you look at the flood, see the speed at which it's moving, the current is crazy. And this is something I mentioned last week on radio, that Accra is not just flooding, but the currents are increasing. And this is a typical current that if a child falls in, trust me, it can take the child away. And so one of the risks we are facing in Accra right now is not just flooding, but increasing currents of the flood waters. And it's something which is crazy and something we really need to pay attention to.
Good evening, followers of the Ghana National Fire Service page. This is Edio Wun Alex Kenyatte coming to the Central Police Station where a devastating fire has gathered a shop. Our firefighters are working hard to contain the fire, but it looks like it's a very dire situation that we are dealing with. One of our officers is down. He has encountered an accident at the scene, and it's a very terrible situation, but we are working so hard to make sure that the fire is put under control.
Barracks leading to the Tudu Road. Yeah. And then here's the first building that you see. You meet this first building before you meet the other building. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's burning. It's seriously burning. It's seriously burning. It's seriously burning. It's burning, yes. It's burning. The location is the Accra Central. Accra Central Police Station. The barracks, the first barracks you meet before you meet the main barracks. Yeah.
We want this, we want that. But the attitudinal change that would enable us to be able to make to bring value to these demands, that is always left out up till today. Whilst as the Ojo River is being dredged, there are still people at home who, when the rains come, think that the easiest way to deal with dirt in their houses is to throw it out into the gutters. Those things have to come to a stop. We all have to speak to each other in Ghana to bring those things to a stop. Because if we don't, no matter the investment that we made, at the end of the day, we'll be back to square one. And I'm not prepared to spend your money in that way again.
What are the lessons learned when things like this happen? It's not so much that we are standing here and talking about them. How do we ensure that going forward, we see less, and in fact that we eliminate them? It depends on all of us. I want to plead with all of us to abide by the rules of citing property, of citing even our own houses. We know the place is prone to flooding. We know that this is a waterway. Let's not invite unnecessary tragedy. I want to thank you again.
This is Radio 1 Alex Kenyatte with the Public Relations Department, the Ghana National Fire Service, coming to you live from a building collapse here at around the Malcolm Place area, where our gallant officers from the Circle Fire Station and our national headquarters are responding to a building collapse. The building collapse, we've been able to retrieve 2 people, one quite in a critical condition, and the other one, they've all been transported to the hospital. They've all been transported to the hospital. The collapse involves a story building. I'm not too sure the number of floors yet. And then there's the mosque. So one of the rescued victims was trapped in the mosque. and has been transported. We are gathering that there are still about 1 or 2 other people trapped in there, and we are waiting for earth-moving equipment to help us get to the other victims that are trapped in there. So far, the gallant officers are here at the scene to ensure that the rescue operation is carried out successfully. This is Radio 1 Alex Kignati with the Public Relations Department, the Ghana National Fire Service, coming to you live from a building collapse here at around the Malcolm Place area, where our gallant officers from the Circle Fire Station and our national headquarters are responding to a building collapse. The building collapse, we've been able to retrieve 2 people, one quite in a critical condition, and the other one, they've all been transported to the hospital. They've all been transported to the hospital. The collapse involves a story building. I'm not too sure the number of floors yet. Are here at the scene to ensure that the rescue operation is carried out successfully.
So if you look at the flood, see the speed at which it's moving. The current is crazy, and this is something I mentioned last week on radio, that Accra is not just flooding, but the currents are increasing. And this is a typical current that if a child falls in, trust me, it can take the child away. And so one of the risks we are facing in Accra right now is not just flooding, but increasing currents of the flood waters. And it's something which is crazy and something we really need to pay attention to.
You can see the rubbles being collected. That is what is left after the collapse of the building. Well, behind me is what remains of the structure. What was once a busy commercial building is now a heap of broken concrete, as you can see in your shot. You can see twisted iron rods and scattered belongings. Although the search and rescue operations have officially ended, security personnel continue to maintain a presence here as authorities begin investigation into what caused the collapse. So this morning I see NADMO, I see the military and some fire service personnel, some engineers and contractors also on site to see to the successful end of collecting the debris from the place and assessing the situation. And so, well, we see there are presence of authorities here to investigate what caused the collapse. So walking through the debris, I saw diapers, children's toys, women's clothing, provisions, and other items buried beneath the rubble. So these items suggest that the building housed various businesses and traders who depended on it for their livelihoods. Well, the collapse occurred on Sunday, June 7, which was yesterday, triggering a major emergency response. Well, personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service, the Ghana Police Service, the Ghana Armed Forces, NADMO, and other emergency agencies worked tirelessly for several hours in an effort to rescue those trapped beneath the structure. Well, their efforts led to the recovery of 2 bodies from under the rubble, and 2 other victims were rescued alive and rushed to the hospital. So information available indicates that they remain in critical condition and are receiving treatment. And so you can see iron rods, twisted iron rods parked at one side, waiting to be collected, and heavy duty machines working in the rubble to collect what is left after the collapse. Well, this morning the atmosphere here is one of a grief, shock, and anger. Residents and business owners continue to gather around the scene, discussing what many believe could have been prevented. Well, it's important to know that I spoke to some of workers around the area. They do not want to talk to me live on TV, but they indicated to me that this building was opened last year, 2025 December, and it was erected overnight according to their statement. They said that when it was erected, they gave concerns. They were concerned about the nature of the structure, and they realized that there is not enough cement in the concrete, and then they realized the pillars are also weak. Instead of 16 by 10, they did 10 by 10, and so they said they raised concerns about the potency of the structure. And so several residents who spoke to me claimed they had concerns about the building even before it collapsed. So according to them, questions had been raised about the quality of construction and whether the structure had adequate support pillars. And then some residents also alleged that the building lacked the proper structural support required for projects of this nature. Yeah, I was told that it was a 4-story building. And so at least they believe that for a 4-story building, there should be enough adequate structural support. They did not see the contractor doing a very good work with the story building. Well, some residents also allege that the building lacked the proper structural support, and the others claim concerns were expressed during the construction but were never addressed. Yes, also in your shot you can see as the metals are being the metals in the rubbles are being collected and will be taken away to where it has to be. So yes, in your shot, that's what you can see currently at Aveno Kaneshi, where the 4-story building collapsed Sunday, 7th June. Well, many residents are demanding accountability. Like I said, I spoke to a few of them who do not want to show or going to be interviewed on TV. They are demanding accountability. They believe that if negligence or violations or building regulations are established, contractors, developers, and all those involved in the project must be held responsible. So some community members further allege that certain structural specifications may not have been followed during the construction. So that's what I mentioned earlier. And while investigators are expected to examine these claims carefully as part of their assessment of the buildings of structural integrity. Well, meanwhile, attention is also turning to another multi-story building located close to the collapsed structure. I'll let my camera person pan onto that building. So you can see this is a 3-story, also close to where the collapse happened. So I spoke to a few of the NADMO officials and some of the engineers around if they are contemplating of raising this building down. They said it's in consideration. And then I was also told off camera that they will try to get a permit from court today to be able to demolish the other building too. And so if they are successful with their permits, they will be able to raise down this building in your shots. And so this building was so close to the building that collapsed, the first story that collapsed. And I asked a question regarding its integrity, if it will be able to stand, given the fact that the other building collapsed beside it. And so yes, so they are hoping that at least by the end of the day, they should be able to obtain a permit to demolish it. They mentioned that with the legalities, if the building may make an allegation against them that the building is in a good shape and they had to demolish it, and so they may end up paying for it. And so by the end of the day, they should be able to get a permit to raise the structure down. So that's what you can see in your shots.
All right, good morning. Thank you very much for joining the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on the Metro Television. My name is Awudu Moore. It's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a good Monday morning, isn't it? It's the start of the week. Let's hope that this week is better than last week. Today is the 8th of June 2026, and this is the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we're glad that we have been able to return here to join the nation's conversation on the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country. Indeed, it is a rare privilege because not everyone was able to make it to today. And so for those of us who have the chance to be able to return here, we should be saying, Alhamdulillah, we should be saying thank you, thank you, thank you. We should be saying Dieu merci if you are somebody who speaks French. My name once again is Aldo Moro, and I'm going to go straight ahead and look at what the papers are reporting this morning. Daily Graphic, what's the issue? Today you're not here. I believe Daily Graphic is not on the stands yet, which is quite unusual, but we'll go ahead all the same and look at what the papers are reporting. Oh la la, Daily Graphic is here. Thank God. All right, so let me start with the Daily Graphic. It says that emergency service suspension, Cath doctors, nurses lay down tools in solidarity with Chief Executive Officer. There's 1 dead, 2 injured after Accra building collapse. That's with today's Daily Graphic. Let's now look at what the Guardian Times is reporting. It says that North Industrial Area building collapse, 1 dead, 3 rescued. The VIP calls for enforcement of regulations, and as GRA intensifies engagement ahead of ITA's rollout. And as government targets 30 billion trees in 2026 after exceeding 2025 global, new NTCMD calls for teamwork and ownership. And as government steps up flood control with new measures. That's for the front page of today's Guardian Times. You have the Daily Guide. It says Gina Blay, Kwabena Yabua, others get GJA honors. And there's new anti-gay bill to protect LGBTQ promoters, according to Intim Fojo. And the CRI backs ID checks for porn sites. Now you for sure driver's license to be able to access porn sites. That's interesting. It's important though. It's important. You have to be able to confirm and verify that you're above 18. Otherwise, you have no business going there. But it's even haram, even if you're above 18. Why do you want to go watch porn sites? Live a chaste life. What are you using porn sites for? Follow my lead. I don't do those things. Why? I said I don't do those things. Atuforsin named best performing minister. 2 dead, several injured in Aveno building collapse. The Insight says that Adieso Kotokuo factory left to rot. Angry chiefs appeal to President Mahama to intervene. We do this all the time. Ghana. Yeah. No foreign military bases on Ghanaian soil. Signed a petition of the SMG Youth League now. Reparations. SMG condemns Macron's invitation to Justice Conference in Accra. Why Russia has the duty to militarily defend Cuba, and there's Owe Lakemfa writes. Ghana has come of age to own its mind. Kwabena Donko has been talking. The Herald today says the finance minister and agric minister caught up in the budget war, but others smell 2028 NDC flag bearer rivalry. Iyoko's probe into Joseph Yami Ngalamse allegations failing credibility test. I don't know why it's taking so long. How long is it going to take to get into this, to get to the bottom of this allegation? It's been hanging around, you know, it's been hanging around the credibility of him and Abanga for so long. I mean, how long is it going to take? Anyway, there's ex-KMA presiding member named Sekufo Addo others as architects of Kojo Bonsu's 2016 ouster. And there's Ghana Gas refutes internal conflict between Chief Executive Officer and Totobi Kwachi Board. Overcrowding and lack of alternative facilities driving court tensions, according to insiders. The Ghanaian publisher says Atufo in crowned overall best minister. There's Osahini raises press freedom concerns. There's Kath CEO made a scapegoat, according to Minority. Bawumia receives Cocoa crisis reports. There's anti-LGBTQ+ bill amended to protect promoters, according to Reverend Intim Fojo. There's GJA calls for stronger media protection. Amabua wins best performing minister. The custodian says that Joe Wise backs Coca for Ashanti Regional MPP chairmanship. Bawumia pledges action on minorities cocoa sector crisis report. Finance agric minister in fierce battle over 1.6 billion cedis ministry cash. Reinstate CAT's chief executive officer now. Minority demands label suspension, political scapegoating. NPP must have deliberate comeback plan. Godinga Saribediakon. Friends of Eric Opoku marks his 56th birthday with donation. Warwick is 56. Oh, that's interesting. Daily Post this morning says Ibrahim Mahama, Telecel and Airtel Tigo step up for Ghanaian evacuees from South Africa, according to Ablakwa. 200, we are told 200 slots for these returnees. Congratulations to EMP. Ghana Gas dismisses false claims of leadership division, reaffirms strong board management relations. There's GRA deepens engagement with business community on ITA's rollout. And as Ghana targets 30 million more trees after surpassing 31 million in 2025. The News Center says that Ibrahim Mahama offers 100 jobs to South Africa returnees. So sorry, I made a mistake. It's actually 100. There are others who have committed same, and so when you put all of that together, it's 200. But the EMP, Ibrahim Mahama's EMP, is promising 100 jobs. I apologize, sincerely apologize for that. Funding crisis hits agric sector. MOFA receives only 12.4% of budget. Bawumia to review cocoa report for policy response. Then there's GJA honors icons calls for stronger protection. Ethical leadership, not algorithms, would define AI era, according to Ace and Koma. So what are the news portals also reporting? I'll do that briefly, and then we can, so I can bring in my guests, who one of them who's already seated here. You will be happy to see this person. He's somebody who's so passionate about this country. You have no idea. He's so passionate. He harasses all of us because he wants the right things to be done. Government clears 1.05 billion cedis net debts. No arrears carried into 2026. Major online, according to Director General. This one that had never happened. Government clears net arrears and pays ahead, says DG Afre Baini. And there's also Joe Digital captures commuters and enduring nightmare night a cycle after torrential Friday downpour. Central Refinery takes delivery 1 million barrels of Jubilee crude for local processing, and Ghana isolation system to counter Ebola threats. Deputy Health Minister has been talking. And then you also have the City Newsroom that says 16 unsafe buildings to be demolished across Accra, according to Muntaka. SEC targets diaspora billions for Ghana's capital market. Is Ghana not anti-investment despite push for local mining ownership? Let me now look at Ghana Web. And Ghana Web says, I was promised 2 million cedis to step down for Deputy Speaker to join NPP. Kwesi Inti. Really? That's interesting. I'm producing a new hit campaign song for NPP and Dr. Bawumia, according to Apietus. And there's a 110 million cedis questing examining contradictions in government irrigation funding. There's Mahama Tours, Belarus Agro-Industrial Hub pursues agricultural cooperation. Anti-gay bill is a golden ticket to U.S. asylum. Showboys, parks, a debate. So that's it for the newspaper and the online portal review. Please stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. As I did indicate, one of my guests is seated. I'll let you in on who the person is shortly.
Task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners, our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties.
Mommy, good morning.
Good morning, my son. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mom. How about you?
I'm fine.
Joe, I just saw your mom doing her usual morning routine. Like, it was just 2 weeks she underwent a major colon surgery.
Bro, see, my mom is doing perfectly fine, and we're all excited about it. It was minimally invasive surgery, and the recovery has been very fast.
Minimally? Hey! No, wait. What do you mean by that?
So they offered my mom a laparoscopic colon surgery. Laparoscopic colon surgery, which we accepted. It turned out it was equally safe with a very fast recovery time, and the cost involved too was very, very reasonable. She was discharged 3 days after the surgery, and you can see her, she's on her feet again.
3 days?
Just 3 days, bro.
Mean Tuber Hospital, first Ghana colorectal center, aimed to serve a peculiar health need.
It's me, Azar.
Hey, me now they see. Hey, you look fresh. Oh.
Hey.
When your label today.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Grab your bottle and unleash the taste of Storm Energy Drink. A bold flavor, a big attitude, feel the vibe, own the moment. It's your time to be different. Storm Energy Drink, make your mark.
Excessive drinking can be detrimental to health, not recommended for persons under 18 years, lactating mothers, pregnant women, and people sensitive to caffeine. This advert is FDA approved.
Looking for comfort, convenience, and class all in one place? Welcome to Stay Easy Apartments on Conference Center, where modern living meets exceptional service. Whether you're staying for business or leisure, Stay Easy offers you a home away from home. Spacious and well-furnished apartments, pool, gym, and everything you need to relax and feel at ease. Planning a meeting, workshop, or special event? Our event ground and state-of-the-art conference center is designed to host your events and bring your vision to life. From corporate gatherings to private functions, we provide the perfect space, supported by modern equipment and a professional team ready to assist you. At Stay Easy, your comfort and success are our priority. Book your stay or reserve your space today. Call us at 020-739-1473 or 0244-226367. Stay Easy Apartments and Conference Center. Stay easy with us.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, a man is swing, Nesansu Mama Hotoso, a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Today's class is going to be an exciting one. Now, who can share an unforgettable moment in their life? Okay, Asempa.
I'd like to talk about my first time. It was her natural look, complemented by her favorite green silky apparel that caught my attention. I have to say, she automatically possessed me with her smile, which exposed her beautiful white teeth. That's not all, her enduring signature perfume could be smelled from afar. Madam, why do you look so surprised? My first time with her was special and irresistible. I'm talking about Cindy Rice. Cindy Rice can be found in selected supermarkets nationwide.
Cindy Rice, sweet aroma, great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
Hi guys, again we're here. Once again, the World Cup season is here. 20th anniversary of the World Cup. 2006, Ghana went to the World Cup. 2026. So I want you to make sure that your choice is Metro TV, Original FM, Original TV for all the latest news, updates, what is happening here in Ghana with the fans, in Mexico, in the USA, and in Canada. Make sure you stick and stay.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
I'm giving you live stories from America. Boston, Philadelphia. For the Mundial, you want live stories, authentic stories, videos, encounter with Ghanaians, football fans from the Mundial. Put your dial at Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM. This is Coach Ebenezer Sifa, Chief Scout of our local football.
The World Cup coverage on all IMG platforms is brought to you by Estate Masters Limited.
And on Metro Television, you know, today is a Friday. We call it the Flexible Friday. Oh, sorry, Monday. Sorry, Monday. Sorry. Today is Monday. Yeah, so Flexible Day wrong. My guests today have overwhelmed me, but my sincere apology. Today is Monday, actually. So, good Monday. It's a different Monday. It's Flexible Monday. So, flexible because sometimes we bring in CSO, sometimes we bring in independent thinkers, sometimes we bring in an all-female panel. Sometimes we bring the politicians, and then sometimes we bring journalists, and so on and so forth. So we've made it flexible depending on what we intend to achieve and who we believe will be best suited to have a conversation about the issues. Today, we're going to focus more on social issues and less of the politics. Of course, you can't deal with these social issues and leave out our politicians because they are the ones we vote for to deal with our problems, and that's the problem. So you deal with these social issues, but you can't leave out the politicians, you know, so that's the thing. Anyway, so let me say that today I have a man and a woman with us, and it's called Gender Balance. So Anana Akosua Frimpong is the 2024 CPP flag bearer. In that elections, she has taken time off her very busy schedule to join us on the Good Morning Ghana show. Good morning, madam. Thank you very much for joining us on Good Morning. We're so grateful to have you join us. Thank you, madam. Good morning.
Great to be here. Wonderful. And morning to all your wonderful. I'm your favorite too. I'm one of the, no matter what my time is.
Oh, really?
I never miss.
You tune into Good Morning. Wow.
No.
Wow. Aren't we lucky?
Yes.
We're very lucky to have you deem us as one of your favorites. We're so grateful. Thank you for making time. I know you're a very, very busy woman. So for you to wake up this very early to join us, we can't thank you enough. We're so grateful. Thank you so very much. And then also, Mr. Kofi Kapito, I call him Uncle Kofi. Now, he is too passionate. He's unbelievable, incredibly passionate. When he calls you, you don't pick. He'll call you, you have to pick because he has something he needs to talk to you about. Because it bothers him. You know, it bothers him. He's having sleepless nights because of how we've been governing, we've been managing this country. It really bothers him. And he's been talking the last 30 years. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like things are changing to the best of his. He's not impressed with how things are being done. And so some people find him to be, too worried. Charlie, now why? But he says, no, I'm going to keep quiet. I'll keep talking for as long as I still have breath. And I'm here because he wants this country to change. That's basically his concern. Mr. Kofi Kapito also many years ago founded the Consumer Protection Agency, and he's been running it very, very effectively. And sometimes I've been wanting to ask him whether he has a succession plan, because the passion with which he drives the organization, wondering whether he's been able to nurture somebody else to take over when he decides to completely retire from public advocacy. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much.
Good morning,
for joining us.
I don't know whether you planned this, that you decided to bring one of my heartthrobs into the studio with me this morning.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yes.
Okay, I can understand
we need somebody to call you to order.
Yes.
If nobody's here to call you, we're in trouble. You go after everybody.
Let me say good morning to your viewers.
Anyway, Mr. Kofi Kapito, always good to see you. Thank you very much for taking time off your busy. It hasn't been easy getting him here. He's also a very busy man. He consults in all kinds of things for all kinds of people, and so we had to literally beg him to join us, and so we're so happy that he's made time to be with us on the show. So, Uncle Fee and Auntie Susan,
she's not Susan.
Madame Frimpoma, sorry. we have Onana Kosia. Yes, let me just, I think that's fine. Nana Kosia.
Nana Frimpoma is okay.
Nana Frimpoma is fine. Okay, Nana Frimpoma. There's an issue, and we are trying to identify hard-working, performing appointees of this government. And when I say we, I'm talking about some Ghanaians who have decided to identify hard-working, performers of this persons within this administration, to basically acknowledge them and to thank them and to encourage them to work harder. But it's come with some issues. And if you've been monitoring social media this weekend, it's really trended. People expressing, varied, sets of opinions and so on. Some don't have any problem with that, and some do have some serious issues with that. I want us to quickly look at this before we look at what the flooding is doing to us. It's a major, cause for concern. So, if you look at today's daily guide, it has Ato Forson named the best performing minister. It's right here. And then you also have this one that says that, there's still, the Ghanaian publisher has Ato Forson crowned overall best minister. And there's a, right, okay. Now, it is not just the award which has been given to them, as I did indicate, the issues that have come with it. But let me start with what the papers are reporting, and then we can look at the matters which have arisen as a result of these awards. So the Ghanaian Times is what I will start with, and the story is buried somewhere here. I want to look at that quickly before we get on. Yes, good. So the Daily Guide is what I'm talking about. So page 6, it says that nice. Okay. So Ebenezer K. Amponsa says the Minister of Finance, Dr. Castle Ato Forson, has been named the overall best performing minister at the 68th Ghana Minister of the Year Awards in recognition of what organizers described as his distinguished service and performance at the Ministry of Finance. The award ceremony held at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel in Accra celebrated excellence in public service, dedication and impactful leadership in governance during the 2025 review period. The event brought together political leaders, ministers of state, metropolitan, municipal and chief executive officers, heads of public institutions and other distinguished guests to honor public officials who have demonstrated exceptional performance, innovation and commitment to national development. Organizers said the award scheme seeks to promote accountability and excellence in governance while recognizing individuals and institutions that have made significant contributions to public administration. The awards also celebrate innovation, gender inclusion, and youth leadership in public service. According to the organizers, Dr. Forson's recognition is premised on his leadership and contribution to the nation's economic management and fiscal policy implementation. Several ministers were also honored in the best performing minister category. They include the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuluku Jetua Blackwad, Minister of Education, Aaron Edrisu, the Minister for Food and Agriculture, Rico Poku, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Imanolama Kofibwa, and the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosu Ijari. In the Deputy Ministerial category, Drs. Afote and Afotofi, and Dr. Justice Shamsai receive awards for their contributions to governance and public service. The Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Ohinewa Akweli Oklu was adjudged the Best Regional Minister of 2025, while Samuluku Jetua Blackwad received the Best Young Minister of the Year award. The Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Dr. John Abdullahi Janapo, was named Best Innovation Minister of the Year. Rita Akosua J. Akwate was recognized as Best Female Minister of the Year. The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition emerged as the Best Government Minister of the Year for its role in driving innovation and policy implementation within the sector. Now, the Gama Jekintakite Yatru was among the dignitaries who attended the event. Interestingly, there's the best minister and there's the best performing minister. I do not understand what that means. But let me first of all pick your thoughts about this awards. Yes, you see these are the awardees. We've just put them out on your screens for you to see who they are. Good initiative. Let me start with you, Nana from Poma. Is it a good initiative? What do you think? A private person has decided to acknowledge and reward hardworking, performing ministers of the Mahama administration and also some MPs as well. What do you think?
Wonderful. Like I said, I'm glad I'm here and for the opportunity to be able to also have others listen to me as I've been listening for all these years. Award. I think any society or community that focuses on bringing the best out in people is always the best. We all need to be recognized. In fact, even bringing up children, appreciating people and recognizing the strength in others is what actually helps the society grow, because then everybody wants to also do their best. My major issue here that I really, maybe you can tell me, or maybe Kofi will be able to know, since he's always on the ground more than me for this on such matters.
Yes.
It's who nominated who, and who said, is it a committee that sat down to say that this minister is the best and that the finance minister is the award is within what context is being given? Is it in terms of the most impact to the society as we see today? Is it the unemployed youth that's speaking? Is it the market woman who is speaking now? Is it me that can't afford the same amount of tech? Who said who was the best? I think for me that is where it is. But if it's a private group of people who says, let me recognize a group of people here, then it should just be like an award from Metro TV. Let me just give you an example. This is what Metro TV is saying. So Metro TV's award for the best minister. But it becomes the best minister for Ghana in terms of the most impact, the most innovative, the most whatever. That one is the part that then is a Ghanaian that must choose. Because the ministerial position is not the regular CEO's position. The ministerial position is how much you have impacted the lives of the people that gave you that opportunity to serve. And if you ask me, the society now, where we are now, it has become like who did the least. The better is being compared to who did the worst situation that has improved a little. That is what, but not what is important or who has made the most impact to the people, the constituents, the citizenry. That is what is important to me. So recognition is important, but I think this kind of show is not necessary, especially within the situation that we have here. Look at the situation of the Greater Accra minister. I think as a person and an individual, she's doing her best. Just that the problems of this country are so huge that we need to rise up and be able to come out of this political trap that we are in, trying to please or follow a manifesto when it's not necessarily affecting the lives of people, majority of the people. I have a problem, to be honest with you, with demolition and things. Just thinking that you're a good minister when you come to demolish. I had the problem with the former regional Greater Accra minister, and I still have a problem with that. So for me, when that person is being recognized, did you ask the women who gave them that award? Anybody can give anybody an award. I can get up here and give you an award.
You know,
but then it's coming from an African poor man, not from the people of this country.
We are a bit handicapped, to be honest with you. We're a bit handicapped with information in terms of the modalities. How, first of all, they came up with the names of people who must be awarded. That's number one. Number two, how it is judged, how it is assessed. So, for instance, you know, typically when these award events are organized, they'll say 70% public. Text messages you send, you know what I mean? And then 30% is an in-house a group of judges who would say, okay, so on and so forth. This particular one, all of us here are a bit handicapped. So one of the things we wanted to do this one is to speak to organizers to try and understand how they came up with the nominees and so on, and the subsequent giving out of the awards. We don't have that. But be that as it may, Professor Michael Kwesa-White, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the State Interest and Governance Authority, SIGA. He came up with this post. In fact, as soon as the matter happened, this is what he came up with. And I don't know, I'm going to read it so that it would feed into your analysis of the matter. So Michael Kwesa-White says, early this month, I received a letter from an organization styling itself as the Ghana Ministers of State Excellence Awards. The letter informed me that I had been adjudged Best CEO of the Year and invited me to receive the award at an event scheduled to take place at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Ordinarily, recognition for public service should be a matter of humility, gratitude, and sober reflection. And it says, no serious public officer should be indifferent to appreciation where such appreciation is grounded in transparent assessment, demonstrable performance, public impact, and institutional credibility. And you raised that earlier. However, public recognition must never be reduced to a transaction in which the recipient first pays for the honor before being celebrated. And he continues to say, in this particular case, I did not know which year the award covered. I did not know the criteria used for the assessment. And these are valid questions that if we get Makwe and his people, would run it by them, you know. And it says, I did not know the composition of the assessment panel. I did not know the indicators against which performance was measured. I did not know who the other contenders were. I did not know whether any independent verification had been conducted. Above all, I did not consider myself the best CEO because in public service, there's always much more work to be done, many more lives to touch, and many more institutional reforms to pursue. So it's work in progress, okay? Now, out of caution, I advised my staff to contact the organizers and seek clarity. And it says it was only then that we discovered that attendance at the event to receive the supposed honor was tied to payment. Now, the options communicated were either a sponsorship package of 50,000 cedis or the purchase of a dinner table of 8 at 25,000 cedis. Now, in other words, the path to public recognition appeared to have been tied to financial contribution, right? I opted not to be a part of it. Now, this experience raises a serious matter of public interest. Now, if an award is credible, it must rest on merit, evidence, and transparent evaluation. Okay. Now, if a person has genuinely been adjudged deserving of recognition, that recognition should not depend on whether the person's institution or the public office they occupy can pay for sponsorship or buy a dinner table. Once payment becomes a condition for visibility, attendance, or receipt of honor, the exercise risks losing its moral authority. It begins to look less like an award and more like a pay-to-recognize arrangement. Right. Now, this is why public appointees must be extremely careful. At a time when Ghana is working to reset the country, rebuild public trust, restore discipline in public administration, and redirect national resources towards the welfare of citizens, state resources must not be diverted into needless ceremonies of personal glorification. Public funds are not meant to purchase applause. Now, it says they are not meant to finance vanity. They are not meant to manufacture prestige for office holders. Every city entrusted to a public institution must be treated as a sacred public resource to be applied only in ways that advance the mandate of that institution and improve the lives of the Ghanaian people. Awards are not wrong in themselves. Genuine recognition can encourage excellence, inspire institutional discipline, and accelerate public-spirited leadership. But recognition becomes problematic when it lacks transparency, when its criteria are unclear, when its organizers are unknown to the wider public, when its assessment process is invisible, And when honorees are expected to pay substantial sums before they can be publicly celebrated, such schemes exploit the human desire for validation. They prey on their appetite for titles, plaques, citations, and ceremonial attention. They create the illusion of excellence without necessarily proving excellence. For public officials, this danger is even greater. An appointee does not hold office for personal decoration. An appointee holds office as a trustee of the people's confidence. The true measure of public leadership is not the number of plaques on one's wall, but the quality of reforms one advances, the discipline one brings the public to solve, and the relief one brings to ordinary citizens. Ghana does not need leaders chasing ceremonial recognition, while citizens continue to demand jobs, better services, accountable institutions, functioning public enterprises, improved healthcare, quality education, reliable infrastructure, and honest stewardship of national resources. The country does not need public officers spending institutional funds on tables that award dinners, while the same institutions complain of inadequate resources to perform their core mandates. I can go on and on. It's a very long one, and I'm not sure I'll be able to end this, but it says where these questions cannot be answered satisfactorily, the prudent course is to decline. Public service must be protected from the creeping culture of purchase prestige. Ghanaian citizens deserve leaders who are focused on delivery, not decoration or reform, not recognition or service, not self-celebration. The temptation to buy visibility must give way to the discipline of producing results. History will not remember us for the number of awards we collected. It will remember us for whether we use the opportunity of office to make Ghana better. That is the only honor worth pursuing. Nana?
That's the point.
He said it all.
He said it all. I like him. He said it all, honestly. Right. Because basically, the position of a minister, just as he has said,
right,
is there for public service. It's there to ensure that the particular ministry that you have been given, you are able to impact the lives of people better. So, to take Honorable Ablakwa, I would say that, okay, so we look at what happened in South Africa. We have brought 300 people. We really don't have the numbers or what the impact has to, how many people were affected before, who are these 300 people, do we have? You see, for me, honestly speaking, this country, we need to rise up. These kind of little cosmetic things that we do, we need to use the technology of today makes us, we should do things that we know exactly, like right now, how many people are still in South Africa that need support?
Right.
How did we find the 300 people? I'm sitting here, I want to know. I want to know who are actually, what system did we use? You understand? For me, those are the things, that structure that you put in place is very important. And then evacuating the people is as equally important.
Do you have a problem with, these nominees? That if what Professor Mike White is saying is anything to go by, the fact that he was asked to pay 50,000 cedis, that then presupposes, okay, that then presumes the fact that the attendees had to pay 50,000 cedis. That is if what Prof is saying is anything. It means that almost everybody who attended this event, or I'm talking about those who had been,
paid 25,000
or paid 25,000 Ghana cedis, right?
For a table.
Yes, those who had been nominated to receive awards, they pay 25,000 per table. Do you find something wrong with a public officer dipping their hands into state coffers and paying 25,000 just so they can get a table at such a public event?
Absolutely. In fact, we should have a policy that really says we can't do that. Simply because, like I said, recognition of effort is very necessary to build society. And everybody would feel like, once you say, it's like what I just said, if you look at what Honorable Ablakwa has been doing, you would really understand especially just this coming down of the people from South Africa. Right. I can understand how somebody or anyone would say, let's recognize him for his efforts. And it's important we do that so that others would continue.
Right.
However, it is his responsibility to do the things that he has done.
Okay.
And so for me, I want to find out whether more could have been done. You understand? So who is recognizing who? And to ask that we will recognize you or appreciate you or award you for you paying a certain amount of money, whether it's coming from his own pocket. If the organizers came and said, we needed 100,000 to pay for the space, and therefore we are looking for fundraisers, whether you are recognized or not, you can make a contribution. But if the contribution, from what Dr. Pesa White is saying, is linked, it's absolutely wrong. It should not be accepted. If you didn't pay, you are the best minister, or we are considering you as a nominee or whatever, and if you didn't pay, you will not even be recognized. I don't think that would be that one there. It's a shame. It should happen, not to public service. People do that. We've all gotten letters from people. Anytime I get a letter from someone and it's linked to payment, I know that unless I really want it, otherwise I wouldn't even bother.
Okay.
Because but if it's a private or a group of people, but this one, Ghana minister, whatever, please supposes that it's a Ghanaian. The Ghanaian is the one that's making the decision.
Right.
I think the producers, you should find them. Let them come and tell us the criteria they used. What was the metrics? What was it that they used to determine who is the best minister in the area of innovation, the best minister, and what impact? What were they comparing it to? In relation to what?
Okay.
And that's what I want to understand. In relation to what? Because there's a lot for me that I see not done.
Okay.
And I think we should use innovation, especially today. What people did 2 years ago and a year ago, if it can be done within hours today, before, if to even write a speech for a minister or for a president, for your boss, you need to do so much research. And you need to be a good writer. Now, you could be blind. I'm sorry to use that word. You could have no clue of even the area that you are discussing. There is a whole team behind you. If you know what you do, that will search everything on the globe within 2 minutes and puts a paper and a documentation well referenced. So today, if somebody is asking or telling a civil service or a civil servant, let me put it that way, that he's done well, based on what? For me, I think that the government should clearly come up with a policy that moving forward, we cannot use state funds to do anything like this. And not only that, if you're moving forward, such recognition must come from the people. It's the people who you have impacted that must say that, yes, I believe that I'm in South Africa. And if I look at the way we were evacuated, if I look at the way things were done, I think this minister is the best minister. That is what should happen. It's not just because some numbers came, because somebody did what they're supposed to do anyway. But did they do it well? We don't know.
But we have to support the private sector.
Private sector for the private sector. We are all in private sector. I'm in private sector. He's in private sector. I'm a CPP, so I'm in private sector.
Yeah, he wants support. So
he needs support. But it should be with the guidelines. That's what the policy must be, to make sure that it is developmentally the agenda and the impact. We cannot just support private sector.
But the agenda is clear.
For personal gratification.
No, but the agenda is clear. We want you to know who is working, who is not working.
Me? That's my point.
But telling me that I should bribe you first.
How is that right?
No, but that is what you're asking them.
Come and buy table.
Come and buy table. No, what did he say? What did he say? You've forgotten the 50,000.
If you want to sponsor the event.
I did not write it.
It's a sponsorship for the event.
I did not write it. Look, more. Let's stop. You know, it hurts me when we are in 2026.
Yes.
If we were in 1957, I can understand some of these things.
It would happen.
But this year, look, we live in a country where maybe because of lack of opportunities, lack of people even being given jobs for them to do, people sit somewhere and do whatever they want just to get over, which I don't fault them. But like Nana said, if you want me to appreciate the job of a minister, right? He used Mr. Okujoto Ablakwa as an example. Without due respect, a foreign minister doing what Okujoto Ablakwa did is normal business.
Okay.
He didn't do anything extra. He didn't go any extra mile. He didn't go any extra mile. I mean, it's not like he went and saw somebody there. He used his own personal money to go and bring them. We pay for the trip.
Right.
What's so special about it? He was just doing his duty.
Right.
And I like that he was able to do his duty.
Right.
But there's nothing special.
Right.
This thing is done over.
Okay.
Because we like mediocrity. Okay. We applaud people for not doing too much. Look, let me tell you what. This award thing, I've been aware of it. That people just come to you and tell, even journalists are asked to pay money for them to be made the presenter of the year, to win the show of the year. Okay? We live in a country where now, I'm sure you've noticed it. If you go to Kumasi, people have decided not to work, but find innovation. Of course, no, and then you give them money.
Praise singing.
Yeah, praise singing. And then now,
it's big business.
Big business. Yeah. I was in Kumasi not too long ago. Me, I don't do that. I told one of them, if you ever even mention my name, you see what I'll do to you. I said, you don't know what you are doing. You are putting my life at risk. I'm a public figure. Somebody might be looking for me to kill me. He doesn't even know me. But once you are mentioning my name, he will, this is the man. And we don't think about those things. Look, the amount of money that these so-called big boys, me, I'm not a big boy. Me, I'm not a big boy. So I don't have that big money to be doing big things. But the big boys who have the big money to be doing the big things, Master, do you know how much money they spend? I know them. They come back and tell me that, Kofi, hey, they say the commercial corner when he says, you get my point? It's not even your relatives, though. You go to a function, they don't know you from Adam. So, obviously, somebody sitting somewhere will cook up an award scheme. I'm not faulting him because I don't know the criteria that he chose to select the best co-minini. That is his own event. So we need to find out what criteria did he use to select the best this and the best that. But the question is, I see some people, the pictures of some people there, and I can tell you that they don't even deserve to be the worst minister.
That was criteria?
No, based on my encounter with them. As a Ghanaian,
but that's your personal encounter with them.
No. As a Ghanaian, I'm entitled to certain basic things from...
Yeah, but Mr. Kofi, you cannot represent all of us.
Listen to me. When I write a letter to any government institution, and the person does not even acknowledge the letter.
Really?
Oh, Master, what are you telling me?
Who's this? No, but I mean, you're telling me. No, you're telling me.
I'm not going to mention.
You're telling me this for the first time.
I'm not going to mention.
Who's this person?
I've told you before.
Oh, but let's call people out.
I'm not going to.
No.
If you like,
but your taxes are paying that person.
If you like, call yours out. I'll come out you because
you wasn't. Your taxes are paying that person.
At the right time, I'll mention their names. You see, there are some people who understand the role of them being in that office. Okay, why do I have to go to a minister's office or a chief executive's office, a civil servant, and you go there and you sit there for 2 solid hours?
It's a long queue.
It's not a queue. Sometimes if you go and you know what they are doing, you ask yourself, why do you have to come and tell you, maybe I'm busy, go and come tomorrow. And I would have left. You send them text, they don't even respond. You call them.
Did you have an appointment?
If you put in front of the ministry, appointment only.
Yes.
Then I'll make an appointment. Okay. In other jurisdictions, do you know my congressman or my MP in UK would love to hear from me and see me?
How many of you? You are a lot.
No, that is his job.
Yeah, well, how can I work?
If
I'm going to sit in the office and all I'm doing is receiving visitations from you, how do I work?
If I write you a letter, and you don't respond, I come to your office.
No, that's totally unacceptable.
No, if I write you a letter and you don't respond, I come to your office.
Yes.
Because all I want you to do is to respond and give me an appointment. Okay?
Yes.
I've written 3-4 letters. And even threatened.
That's bad.
No, I'm just telling you.
But can I come in more? Let me just come in here on Kofi's matter. Because at the end of the day, he's not an ordinary, everyday person. He's someone that represents the interest of the people.
True.
So he's really carved a niche for himself in this society.
Yeah.
Especially how the consumer protection, and that is what is the whole thing is about. So if he writes a letter here, it's sort of complaint. So for you to know what is important must be addressed.
Right.
So if it's not addressed, so that's what he means. So in any jurisdiction, in any part of any serious world, letters coming from his outfit will be looked at. And if somebody sees that he's waiting for him, the person should at least find out why he's there. Because he's only there for the consumer. And who is the consumer? The consumer is the citizen.
Yeah.
And who is that citizen? Is the citizen is that person for whose reason you are supposed to be a minister.
For all you know, this minister has never even cited that letter. For all you know.
And so that is exactly where I come from.
Yes.
My point I'm making today is that we should not even recognize anybody except the person is clearly making it that I can access them. See, I have some young people that have really put the system together. I'm not here to. It's coming up. It's called the Companion, the Beer Companion. When you see that one, everybody should be able to have a voice and be able to speak and let the minister know, escalate it to some level, and have it escalated to the top person. The person must have a dashboard to see what is going on. We can't say that you are busy. Busy for what? What are you supposed to be busy for?
I'm working.
Working what?
Working for who?
For who? The consumer.
Yeah.
Working for the people of Ghana.
You understand? For the people of Ghana.
And I'm a Ghanaian.
But my point is,
We're not even a Ghanaian. You represent a certain
I'm just saying that.
Ghanaian.
I just want to understand.
How do you give me a job to do? I sit in the office from 8:30 to 5 p.m. People want to see me. Everybody wants to have a meeting with me. So how do I have time to read if there are some MOUs, if there are some documents that how do I peruse them? How do I look at them?
Let me tell you.
If all I'm going to do is picking phone calls and responding to WhatsApp messages, how?
Let me tell you something. Okay. What annoys me,
yes,
you go there, they tell you, do you have an appointment?
Yes.
You say no. Then they tell you, oh, you need an appointment. I say, no problem. How do I get an appointment? Then they tell you, leave your number. We tell the minister. So when he is ready, any minister, any appointee should have a process of responding to people.
I agree.
You get my point?
I agree.
Maybe it might not be something that concerns the minister, but you can redirect that, oh, this letter, as they sign on letters for various departments. And then what annoys me is, you ask them, when can I make an appointment? Look, there's a guy, he's no longer in power. I wrote a letter. One day they say they don't find the letter. They couldn't find the letter. Wrote a second one, they couldn't find it. I personally delivered the letter. More, I'm talking about from experience. So.
Yeah, I know.
And like I'm saying, I'm not a foot soldier. Last few weeks, I went to a minister's office, and his PA was behaving as if he's bigger than the minister.
The PA?
Yeah. His name is Haruna.
Oh.
No, there are so many Harunas.
Yes, okay.
So don't worry.
Yes.
You say I should give you a name, I'll give you your name.
Yes.
Okay.
This name is not comfortable.
No, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
No, I'm just telling you.
He's called Haruna.
I was there. Even when I got there, the minister had just finished celebrating his birthday. The minister put his hand on my shoulder, Kofi, let's go upstairs.
Is this minister 52?
I beg you.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you. Okay, one day, let's do a show and call it Name and Shame. That one, I'm naming shame people. I think that would be a better. I'm naming shame people on it. You know what? I worked with the minister. As I was going, I saw the chief director. So he also engaged me. So before I could go with the minister, he had already gone into his office. I sat at the reception. So, you know, this politics that we do, this nonsense politics, You see NDC people being rushed in as if I'm not a Ghanaian. Do I have to be NDC before I can see a minister? Rushing in, blah, blah, blah. I was there for almost 55 minutes sitting there, and the guy was standing by the door. So at one point, I said, what are you doing? He said, wait. I said, Master, do you think I'm a full soldier? I actually had an issue with him. His name is Haruna. You see, to me, that is why sometimes I wish for every president to succeed as a Ghanaian.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't succeed, I have also failed. I don't do NDC, MPP nonsense. Like I told you, where I was trained, after elections, it's about how services are delivered to the people. It's not about, don't give this man opportunity. Somebody told me point blank, a friend of mine said, the other day we're trying to even engage your services as a consumer, but they said that, what happened? So they've cut their nose to spite their face. Maybe I could have given them a better advice. That is how useless some of us are. That we don't even look at Amagana. And this manifesto, as Nana mentioned, we should look at how governments come. That is why I'm hoping that the president can do his big push. I'm praying for him that he can do his big push. I don't want a situation where it doesn't finish and the big push will be abandoned. Because the big push is a good program. Other people who also had good ideas, but when he came in, they've been abandoned. Even the roads that we see in Ghana today, some that were constructed under NPP, the contractors are not paid. Why? Is the road for NPP?
It's for Ghanaians.
Thank you. So this is what I want them to understand.
But here's the thing. You have a personal experience with a government appointee.
Appointees?
Okay, with some appointees. Some appointees. I think you've built enough credibility for me to have any doubt about what you're saying. Because everybody knows who Kofi Kapito is. You have integrity, you have credibility. I'm sure Nana Frempoma has her own experience with appointees. But be that as it may, there are some Ghanaians who believe that these same appointees are doing a good job. And so I'm sure they voted, they've texted, and some private guy has, through his own business initiative.
It was through voting or texting. So
well, I'm sure some judges, okay, let me put it. When I say some Ghanaians,
some people decided to
some people decided that based on their own assessment and evaluation of these same persons, these persons deserve an award, and the award has been given to them. Okay, so whose story must we listen to?
Can I ask you a question?
I'm listening, sir.
As human beings,
yes,
you cannot even award yourself, number one. Somebody has to look at what you've done.
Yes,
that makes you so special,
and say kudos to you.
And say kudos to you. Even when somebody says thank you, it's a way of appreciating what you've done for them.
Yes.
When the only people who will sing your praises is the ones that you think are the best for you, you have a problem.
True.
Look, let me tell you what. I have an issue where appointees, okay, and to me, like I said, I've suffered under MPP. I went through the same distance under MPP. Your own friend, people that you knew, somebody that you went to school with, gets opportunity. All of a sudden, he's a big man or she's a big woman. All right? Have you even seen the way a policeman who will not carry his wife's bag will be carrying the minister's a woman's bag? Have you seen that?
We see. No, we see that all the time.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we see that all
his own wife's bag, he won't carry. But he will carry the minister's a female's bag.
Yes. He's protecting his job.
Protecting what?
Please,
no, you shouldn't.
Carry back.
No, let me explain.
Carry
Because
back.
men don't give their badge. you know why? It's even risky. If the man is carrying your bag and he doesn't have a free hand to use to get the gun and protect you, what will happen? Okay, we do things as if we don't want to get it right. And to me, I'm hoping that His Excellency John Mahama was set up. Look, you're going to be talking about this flood and this whole agric thing, right? With all due respect, this Atuforsen and the agric minister.
We'll get there.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just
want to make a point. Okay.
I'm seeing Kenoforiata all over again. In my opinion.
All right, we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Now, here's the thing. You know, the MP for Ketu North, Eric Edemagbana, a few weeks ago, actually issued a caution note to some of his colleague ministers. He's not a minister.
He's an MP.
Except there was some fake reshuffle that said he was being made deputy, deputy education minister, but that's fake. So government says it's fake, that's no problem. Now, Eric Edemagbana, who cautioned his ministers that, look, don't focus on this award, don't even attend. Because the best judges are the voters.
Thank you.
Not people who sit somewhere and think that you're doing a good job. But his friends, when I say friends, because they're all NDC, decided to sort of call his bluff. They ignored him and they attended, no problem. He then comes back on social media and then writes this. Now he says, public office, public trust. And I'm just going to do, it's a long one. I'll just do 4 paragraphs. Okay. I support recognizing public officials who perform their duties well and make a meaningful difference in the lives of Ghanaians. Public service demands sacrifice, commitment, and leadership. When public officials deliver exceptional results, we should acknowledge and celebrate their contributions. However, I am concerned about the standards that govern such recognition. Citizens place confidence in government when public officials act with integrity and exercise sound judgment. For this reason, we must address not only actual conflicts of interest, but also situations that create a perception of impropriety. Now, you know the conflict of interest talking about. Give me money, you know.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Exactly. Now, the current debates surrounding the Ghana Ministers of State Excellence Awards is not simply about those who attended the event or those who received the awards. Rather, we should ask a more important question. Should public officials receive awards from events that solicit sponsorships or financial contributions from institutions they supervise or lead? This is an ethical question that must be settled. Now, public officials should be recognized on the basis of performance, measurable outcomes, and genuine impact. Public recognition should never be linked directly or indirectly to financial contributions. When organizers seek sponsorship from institutions and subsequently honor officials from those same institutions, they create legitimate concerns about fairness, independence, and credibility. And he says, and he references Professor Michael White's matter. First, the state did not organize these awards. They were organized by a private event management company. Second, this was not the inaugural edition of the awards. Public officials under the previous administration also participated in and sponsored these events. However, we cannot justify a practice simply because others engaged in it before us. We criticized many of these practices in the past because we believed they weakened accountability and encouraged mediocrity. We should not defend them today. Okay. Ghanaians elected this government on the promise of reform. They expected us to uphold higher standards, strengthen public institutions, and demonstrate clear departure from practices that undermine public confidence. We cannot advance a research agenda while tolerating conduct that raises avoidable ethical concerns. Now, following my engagement with the Deputy Chief of Staff, and this one, I'm reading this because of the questions you asked about what is the way forward, what is the policy going forward, you know, and so on and so forth. So he answers that. Following my engagement with the Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Nana Oyebanpuado, she assured me that the government would develop a regulatory framework to guide the corporate social responsibility activities of state-owned enterprises. I understand that the committee responsible for this work has already commenced its task. I welcome this initiative and hope it delivers clear standards that promote transparency, accountability, and good governance. We hold public office in trust for the people of Ghana, and we must therefore conduct ourselves in ways that strengthen public confidence in our institutions. We should recognize excellence on merit, reward performance fairly, and reject practices that cast doubt on the integrity of public service. Ghanaians will judge the research agenda not by our rhetoric, but by the policies we implement and the standards we uphold. If we are to build lasting public trust, we must lead by example and hold ourselves to the same principle we demanded of those who came before us. I conclude by saying, may we not become what we criticized.
Moro, let me ask you a question. Do you know the problem of our country? Conflict of interest is something that we don't even care about.
We've normalized it.
Yeah, conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's
because
okay.
if you pay,
Yes.
it's conflict of interest.
Yes.
Any civilized society will frown on you influencing the decision because your money would influence the decision. Whether you bought a table or whether you sponsored, that is conflict of interest.
No, but you can't sound this definitive. It may or it can, but as
whether
it
you
will.
pay, no, that is why conflict of interest
Yes.
is something that is looked at a very high level.
Yes.
Because in other jurisdictions, okay, even the mere fact that I contributed to Nana's campaign can come back and haunt me.
Precisely.
Yes. How do you contribute or give money to an institution that is going to award a contract and you want to be part of the contract? We don't care about conflict of interest.
You know something? Oh, the truth of the matter is this. The problem I have is that we seem to know the problems, we even know the solutions,
Yeah.
but the political will for us to do what needs to be done is what is always lacking. Currently, as we sit here, we have a ministry that is in charge of innovation, a ministry of communication that's supposed to know everything and is bringing AI there.
You need a card to access sometimes.
You understand? So here is my point. Here's my point. We have reached a point in this country, and it should not go more than a month here. And in fact, okay, please, I'm telling you, some boys are coming to see you now.
I'm waiting for them.
Yes, because the technology that is available today, that has been developed, there should be no ambiguity. We have to have a clarity as to how these people or every public servant was actually nominated for an award.
Okay.
You know why? It should never be done on the level that technology has lifted us up. I should be able, based on the complaints that I have put in a particular ministry, how many complaints went there, how many of them were addressed, which level, how was it escalated? Did the minister get to know that these ones were not addressed? You understand? These are technology that are in place today, and I'm challenging the minister for communication that the young boys who have designed this institute, that they are coming to him, they should please, when they get there, and all the ministers, they should not take the solution, they should really support them. And I'm saying this because all the discussion that we are having here today, there is nothing wrong with recognizing, and I keep going back to Okuta because he's my son, okay, to recognizing good effort and good what they've done. But then I need to know.
His job. That's all.
Yes, he did his job. I understand.
Yeah, but the country where people don't do their job. People don't do their job. You've been complaining in the last 2 minutes. You went to a minister's office.
No, they're supposed to do their job.
Yes,
no, what I'm saying, there's nothing special.
No, context. Context.
Moro.
We have a peculiar situation in this part of town, and you know it.
Moro, can I tell you what? I don't want to get into it.
Yes.
Victor Smith is a friend of mine. I reside in Washington, D.C.
Ambassador Victor Smith.
Yeah, sorry. Victor, sorry, His Excellency.
His Excellency.
His Excellency, Victor. Yes. You know what? Before he came, even up to today, you see the way we're rushing to find even the Ghanaian South Africans. If you try to go to Washington, D.C., the embassy, it's like trying to pull your wisdom teeth, a Ghanaian. You see, till today, Victor is there. You know, what I'm saying is, I brought my son from America because I went to register him at the U.S. Embassy. Every July 4th, they send an invitation for him to come and enjoy the picnic because they know he's an American and he's here.
That's the point.
Ghana. And when you say there are certain things that we don't do, you know the reason why people don't even go to register at our foreign embassies?
Why?
Because you can't even get access. You can't even get access.
And what access? You mean when
access to go and say I'm a Ghanaian? I live in.
But who will stop you?
Moro.
No, I need to understand. I'm only asking questions. Who will stop you?
If you can't get
if
through
I
the
walk,
gate,
if I'm walking,
if you can't get through the gate,
The security people will stop you. They will block you.
Massa.
All right. Well,
and these are Ghanaians.
So tomorrow, just to wrap this question up,
yes.
That is why for me, it's so important that where we are today, we cannot recognize any minister, any public servant, unless the person has actually used innovation to the point where I can be able to access the ministry, I can access the embassy, the embassy has to know who is there, there must be correspondence, and why are the hands? Technology has made it possible, and that is why I said somebody is coming to see you. The young people who have designed a solution using today's technology called BBR Companion will solve all this discussion that we are having.
Hey.
So I'm telling you.
So it will create a platform for people to share experience, isn't it?
Yes, they can stop traveling. Let me tell you how they can. Yeah, they can.
I'm not sure about that. Well, Nana, Kofi, you know what? In all of this, we're going to take a short break. But in all of this, you will be amazed. Somebody just sent me a message that apparently the president, at every meeting he has with his cabinet ministers, I've told them that part of your KPIs is how you relate to the public. All right, so you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. This show is live on 94.1 FM. Here, Mr. Kofi Kapito. He is the founder and president of the Consumer Protection Agency.
The president and also used to call me, and I'm waiting for his call because I'm going to tell you plenty things.
And BBR will help you get to the president.
You know what? Let me tell you.
You can't wait to see him.
The president, I love the president.
All right.
Okay, I want him to be the best president for now.
All right, let's take this break. I'll come back to you. And also, Nana Akosua Frimpong is 20 of the CVP. Please stay with us.
And BBR will help you get to the president.
You know what? Let me tell you.
You can't wait to see him.
The president, I love the president.
All right.
Okay, let's
Minister for the year 2026. Hold on. And so please, once me is in state, I beg of you, clear this place for me. You can occupy this place, including where I stand. But please, as for this place, it's a no-go area for me. I'm begging you. This place is no-go area. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is our best performing regional minister for the year 2026.
Through every stage of life, some things simply stay with us. The spirit of never giving up. A throwback to a bygone era when love was service. A silent statement of love. A thoughtful gesture that deepens bonds, balancing work and life. Every drop refreshes, every sip hydrates, just as it should. I am awake, one for life. Drink water, drink awake. Supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dreamland at Nest Cottage, Tripoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukurum, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friendly Calico, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Friendly once now.
Hey, that's you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain was key to double the action. Maybe this Sasso spray. Mr. Friendly Sasso quell. Yeah, go to my Sasso.
Come on, Tom Preko.
I am Osahin Alexander Kwamna from your market. I want to encourage everybody to watch the World Cup on Metro Sports.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM.
Metro TV, Original 91.9 FM. We're representing live at the FIFA World Cup 2026 in Philadelphia and in Boston. Anything about the World Cup from the Black Stars training camp, from the Black Stars Hotel, interviews with the team, interviews with the coaches, we will bring it to you live on Metro TV, Original TV, and of course, Original 91.9 FM. Once again, the name is Gideon Ochedim Gattuso, Raise the Power 7, reporting live from the US of A. Stay tuned for more.
The World Cup coverage on all IMG platforms is brought to you by Estate Masters.
Right, you're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. Well, we're not awardees. We are just ordinary Ghanaians who are also speaking our minds on current issues that have happened in our dear country, Ghana. I'm here with Mr. Kofi Kapito, who is the president and founder of Consumer Protection Agency. And then also I'm here with Nana Akosua-Frimpong. She's the 2024 flag bearer of the CPP. Both of them here speaking passionately about Ghana. You know, Mondays are special. They're special because we spring up all kinds of surprises. Anyway, so gentleman and a lady, I want us to move on. We've talked enough about the awards. We'd see. We are waiting to see whether the new framework, as we're told, is being developed by the Deputy Chief of Staff on, which should be guiding public office holders on how to utilize their corporate social responsibility budgets. All right. So, as we speak, health workers are on strike. Doctors and general health workers are on strike, and they're on strike because the Komfo Teaching Hospital Chief Executive Officer has been suspended for 2 weeks. They think that the grounds for the suspension is problematic. He has said that his emergency ward is just so full to capacity, and so when patients are brought in, they don't have a place to be sent to and to be attended to. But this policy decision he took comes at a time where the president, sometime last year, said that under no circumstances should a doctor turn away a patient just because there's no space. And recall that Professor Frimpong Boateng was tasked by the health minister to look into some incident that happened at Ridge Hospital where some gentleman was knocked down. He was rushed to the hospital. There was no bed, and so he had to be rushed from 3 different hospitals, 37 Kolibu and so on, and lost his life as a result. So it sort of entrenched that policy that, look, no matter what, admit the person and take care of the person. But the doctors are also saying that, look, the reality is that the space just no day. We can't create it. There's nothing we can do about it, you know. So we should rather be focusing on expanding these wards so that we be able to advance services. So today's Herald newspaper has captured it beautifully, and it says overcrowding and lack of alternative facilities driving cath tensions. Now, healthcare professionals familiar with operations at the Komfo Teaching Hospitals in Kumasi, which serves as the principal referral facility for much of northern and middle Ghana, say that the long-standing challenges facing the hospital are at the heart of the current industrial unrest involving both doctors and nurses. Katz insiders told the Herald that the hospital's unique position within Ghana's healthcare system, coupled with the absence of alternative tertiary healthcare facilities, makes it difficult to refuse referrals even when capacity is stretched to its limit. The Ghana Registered Nurses Association and the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, GRNMA, and CAT has announced that its members have joined the ongoing strike action over the suspension of the hospital's Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Pa Kwesi Bedu. The National Labour Commission over the weekend directed the Komfo Doctors Association to immediately call off its indefinite strike action, describing it as unlawful and inconsistent with the provisions of Ghana's labour laws. However, the directive has so far been ignored. Unlike Accra, which has several major public health facilities, including teaching and regional hospitals, as well as numerous private and quasi-government medical centers, CAT remains the only major tertiary referral center serving the Middle Belt and northern parts of the country. Medical sources note that the absence of a comparable alternative facility means patients continue to be referred to CAT from several regions, regardless of bed availability. The unique position of CAT as the only major center in the Middle Belt to the north without an alternative facility, unlike Accra, which has about 6 major public facilities and several major private and quasi-private facilities, makes it difficult or nearly impossible to turn patients away, a source familiar with the situation explained. According to healthcare workers, the hospital has over the years adopted a practice whereby ambulances arriving without prior confirmation must wait until beds become available before patients can be formally admitted. And I'll end with this last paragraph, and then I can bring you in. So if you go to arrive with no prior confirmation, there are no beds available. Such situations, medical personnel say, place a significant pressure on both ambulance service and emergency department staff, who are often forced to manage critically ill patients under challenging conditions while awaiting space within the hospital. Health sector observers argue that a long-term solution lies in expanding referral capacity within the Ashanti region by operationalizing major health infrastructure projects that have remained underutilized. Now, the point particularly to the regional hospital at Sewia, okay, and the military hospital at Afari, both of which are expected to help ease pressure on CATH once fully equipped and operational. So, in a statement issued on Saturday, June 6th, the association said a 2-week suspension of the CEO, directed by the Minister for Health, was not an effective response to the challenges confronting the hospital. It argued that the decision failed to address the deep-seated infrastructure deficit, congestion, inadequate logistics, and persistent resource constraints affecting healthcare delivery at the facility. The 2-week suspension of the Chief Executive Officer is unnecessary and is definitely not the solution to the enormous pressure, infrastructure challenges, congestion, inadequate logistics, and resource constraints confronting the hospital on a daily basis. The minister has issued a statement, or the minister has issued a statement insisting that its actions are justified because they still do not believe that the patients who were referred to the hospital should have been turned away. The nurses are also saying that, well, we hear you, but we're on strike. Just yesterday, the regional minister, Ashanti regional minister, went into a meeting with the health workers.
I hear he's also a doctor.
Yeah, he's also a doctor, and that's what you see in your short. And when he came out, this is what he said. Bright, can we play the video? I think it's just a minute or two. The regional minister, what he tells us about the outcome of the meeting. All right, we're told that the video is not ready yet. All right, so I'll start with you.
Let me look at it from a holistic.
Okay.
Because of what I do as a consumer advocate.
Okay.
And what I've personally also engaged. We should have the doctor, the facility, and the patient. Okay.
Yeah.
And the patient is the main reason why we have these things. We live in a country where we don't even care about the lives of the people. So the patient, I've done so many shows on Metro, on GTV, as to the emergency response team that we have in Ghana. Well, I'll tell you a story. One day I go to Kolebu. Okay. And then I see that the maternity ward, somebody has built a toilet, private toilet there. And I inquired and they said, if you are pregnant, pregnant women, they go and they use the bathroom a lot.
Yes.
Anytime you go, they charge you 50 pesos. If you want toilet roll, it's 10 pesos extra. So you've gone there, you spend 60 pesos, maybe 3 or 4 times before you leave. So I said, why? Don't we have toilets at Kolebu? Then I got to find out that all the toilets are locked. So I went up to the administrator back then. And when I went there, the usual thing, he was there, yeah, how can I help you? And I said, I'm here to see you. And I asked him, why is it that the toilets, which is the Kolebu toilets, are locked? They said, oh, I will lock them because people from Kolegono come to use the toilets in Kolebu and they mess them up. And this is what sometimes you say Ghana has worked before. I remember as a kid, Konfanochi, they have cleaners, they have auxiliary workers, as it pertains today in most of the advanced hospitals abroad. Laborers who did that job, people who wash the linens and things, laundry was there. So I asked the man, I beg you, who cleans your office? He says, a laborer. I said, you are here, cooked up in this air condition. Have you bothered even to take a stroll to go and look at your facility to see how the patients are faring. Then I said, you say that people who come across from Kolegono, that's why you locked them. I said, are you a medical doctor? He said, yes. And I said, do you know what is called airborne disease? He said, yes. I said, if you don't allow them to come and use the toilet here so that it can be cleaned properly, they would shit across the street and the air will bring it into your facility. It's even worse. Medical doctor, he didn't, I say yes. The patient is not even taken into consideration in Ghana. You know the gentleman who died, the engineer?
He's the one I talked about.
Okay, let me tell you what.
I think, is it Charles Safari?
Yes,
something like that, yeah.
About almost 20 years ago. My brother, the one before me.
Yes.
There was a thing that I did with Kafui on GH1, and it was all over. Social media wasn't this big now. It was all over that Kofi Kapito cries on GH1. Because I was the caretaker of my brother.
Charles Emisa. Yeah, that's his name. Charles Emisa.
You know, it's common. So I even said that I don't understand why the Nable is making such a big well, he's your friend, I understand. But the question is, the average Ghanaian dies on a daily basis like that in Ghana. My brother, we had an ambulance from 37 Military Hospital to take to a Kolebu Teaching Hospital. You know, the consulting room for the people doing the analysis, is it? The people who are the young doctors.
Yes.
Freshmen or something like that.
Yes. They're doing the housemanship.
Yes, housemanship.
Yes.
The table is from here, maybe to here. And about maybe 10 of them sitting on it. Doctor-patient confidentiality, 0. Kolebu Teaching Hospital, at emergency. Me, not any average Ghanaian. Then they told me that there's no bed. My brother is in a coma. How do I send a person in a coma to another hospital? So one of the young doctors told me, Master, if you can convince the ambulance driver to give you the stretcher, we will see what we can do. So we took the ambulance stretcher. They put him in the hallway and put a screen on him. Somebody in a coma. I'm telling you how worse the situation is. And I'll come to the doctor that sometimes he's also overweight. That's why they also behave that way. When we went there, then they took my brother's blood. And he said, well, take it to he told me to take it to the technician at the lab. Me. So I went there, the technician wasn't there. I came back, he said, then go across the street. So I said, Master, why are you asking me to carry blood? You know what he told me? He said, Master, if you want your brother to die, stand there. So yeah, doctor. Later on, we became friends. That's why I say I understand, you know, from Yangtze to Soji, all of them, I've dealt with them. Right? Eventually, after, was it about 48 hours or so, my brother was in the hallway. A bed became vacant. When you took him upstairs, the next day, my brother died. Do you know what killed my brother? At that time, Can 208, we played Can 208 in Ghana. There was no MRI working in Ghana. John Pastel had a concussion at the stadium. They flew him to South Africa. But meanwhile, you see, this is where Ghanaians, I wish Ghanaians will understand me. Let's decree. If you're a government appointee, I don't care. When you are sick, if you can't pay it out of your pocket, we shouldn't entertain you going abroad. Let us all die in Ghana. Because when they die, they will sit up and make the hospitals better. The doctor want to. What can you imagine? When you see a patient and certain basic procedure that you need to do to save the patient, it is not available. So they say the Ghanaian doctors are, they are the same doctors who travel outside and they go and they perform. Because of things they need. Sometimes even do you know Oscar? My brother-in-law Oscar. The son died because of surgical tape. The boy was born premature. There was no surgical tape. They put the normal sellotape on the boy. In the night, the boy took the thing and the boy died in the night. Oscar Kusi. These things, it happens all the time. And then the facility itself. Moro, I fought with somebody close to me when change of government came, and the government was trying to deny me access of Ghana Medical, the GMA or GM, the Legon Hospital.
GM.
The Ghana Medical Center.
The Ghana Medical Center.
The medical center, yes.
Because I told the person that because I went there and it was a beautiful place.
Right.
Even the mortuary is so gorgeous. So I was asking myself, how come the place is closed down? Because I live in East Legon. Emergency, I would like to be taken somewhere closer.
Yeah.
There's somebody very, very close to me who was one of the big people in government. Had an issue with me that, why am I saying that? But do I know that it's because of politics? That is why the place is closed down.
What?
I remember when they came, they said, first of all, the generator was not working.
Yeah.
Then they used all kinds of, until COVID hit, and then the minister himself was sent there. The minister from your hometown. Adima, what's his name? Adima.
I don't remember his name.
Adima.
Yeah, Adima. Yeah.
Yes,
was
Adima.
the health minister, yes.
That, they come from the same hometown. All the big men who had COVID, yes, they were sent there. Do you see the mentality of the Ghanaian? Okay, you build such a wonderful place, just equipped it. Look, we are Confanotier, and I'm surprised it's still standing because the amount of traffic that goes to Confanotier, people from the 3 northern regions or the 4 northern regions, they come there. People from Brohanfo, they come there.
The middle and northern.
People from Western region,
they come there.
They come there. So the amount of traffic. I had an engagement with a former administrator, the one who just left. Is it Osei something? That guy.
Yeah.
I went there because a friend of mine wanted to do donation to the emergency. If you go to the Kongonochi emergency, the whole ceiling is falling apart. 37 here. Go to 37 emergency. Here. I'm asking, when was the last time the minister went to these places? Or even the president? Because when they get sick, they'll be sent abroad. But I don't think any minister or MP from England would like to be sent to Germany, vice versa, or France to Belgium, vice versa. But we feel proud. And that's what we say, because we don't even believe in our own hospitals.
Okay. Are you referring to Professor Dr. Ochai Mensah?
Thank you. That's man.
That's him.
Okay. He was trying. You see, this is why I hate politics in Ghana. Sometimes, let the person do the job. If you think he can, the fact that because you've been doing it, in Siansari took somebody away. Somebody also came to take in Siansari away. Somebody has taken, are they doing the job? These administrators, they are not, and you see, people make a statement
that you don't share my political ideology. Why do I keep you there?
What do you mean? I'm a Ghanaian.
Yes.
But I beg you, when you are campaigning...
But not every Ghanaian voted for my party.
Hold on. When you are campaigning, did you say that when you become the president, you become the president for only NDC?
Well, for all Ghanaians.
Or only NPP?
Yeah, but the person who I'm going to take out and bring, he's also Ghanaian.
Can I explain them? The man who is there, who has the expertise?
Yes.
Who is better than the one you are bringing?
How do you know?
But it's obvious. We live in Ghana. We see it all the time.
Are you saying the guy who has been suspended for 2 weeks?
I'm talking about for the duration. I mentioned in Shasari.
Yes.
I mentioned a few people.
Yes.
Okay? That is how we do things. And I have a problem when people doubt the integrity of a Ghanaian because I don't hold the same political ideology with you. Because you have a manifesto. If you mentioned National Development Plan, if you have a National Development Plan,
yes,
your manifesto will come out of the National Development Plan.
Sometimes you surprise me.
Why?
You were in I won't say you're in charge, but you were leading a campaign.
Alan,
not long ago.
You go ahead, Alan. Go ahead.
For Alan to be voted for as president.
Yes.
If Alan was made president, and somebody was appointed to a certain position, and you honestly believe that not only had you contributed enormously and significant to Alan becoming president, but you have a better expertise than that person, and that when you were campaigning, you didn't even know where that person was. Are you saying you'd be happy?
Yes, I'll be happy
Why?
because you asked me a question, let me answer. Okay. This is what we do things. It's not the boy. You've asked me a question. Let me answer.
Okay.
Let me answer.
Are we talking? Are we still on the Kolebu?
Yes,
I want us to deal with this thing quickly.
It's a Kolebu one. But
Yes.
you see, all I'm trying to let you understand is, do you know Alan Greenspan?
Yes.
Do you know how long he was in charge of the Treasury in America? And there are 4 different presidents.
Well, the
No.
democracy is more than 200 years.
Oh,
they have perfected
I beg
it.
you. I beg you.
Ours is just 30-something years.
I beg you. Have you done art before?
Art? No, I'm not.
Drawing?
Well, I've done some drawing. I did technical drawing.
There's something called Trace.
Yes.
Do you know Tracy?
Yes.
Put this phone here.
Yes.
Go around it.
Yes.
If you can't do it, you are dumb.
Yes.
I end my case.
And on that note,
me, I don't agree.
Okay.
That's fine.
On that note, following from where Kofi ended, I would like
one day you'll be president. Would you
That's
appoint
exactly
somebody
the point.
would you appoint somebody who's not CPP?
I want to make a point though.
Let her finish.
Don't forget that I'll be president on the ticket of Osagyefo's party.
Yes.
So the principles and everything is different.
2028, inshallah.
When it's different.
Yes.
I believe in the human development
And the Ghanaian.
and the Ghanaian as the center of every decision and every
Yes.
policy. That makes
Yes.
the whole entire difference so that I can do exactly what he's saying. And that is exactly what should happen. Here is what I want to tell the president of this country. He came in with something that excited all of us.
All of us, we all bought into it.
And what I want to remind him and all his appointees is what they call the reset agenda. When you talk about reset, it's not just to say this was half and I've added a drop, but you need to say that reset agenda for the Ghanaian needs 2 bottles to survive. So even if it was at this level, I'm going to ensure that we have the 2 bottles so that every Ghanaian can survive. That is reset agenda. The agenda for the reset must be, because this story that we are hearing about the nurses and the doctors, if I have to say mine, I will start crying because of my sister Marianne. Dr. Marianne Okan, who died in Kolebu, a doctor who got infection during taking care of a patient. And if I tell you what happened, pardon?
I say more I think you haven't experienced.
But I've had my own experiences.
For me, I have understanding of doctors' plight, that they are overworked, but that is not the issue here. We don't need more facilities in Ghana. We need technology, and that's why this guy's technology that they have designed is the best. When you are going to a hospital, your companion, you just speak to your companion. If there is no enough beds at a particular hospital, the ambulance should direct you somewhere. Something should happen. Let me tell you something. Today, every time there's a government function and we go, there's some tent built. I remember the last time that they were doing this there was something, if they needed to create this artificial or an emergency facility for the parliamentary sitting during the handing over thing. Okay. They built a tent, you remember?
Yes.
Do you know the essence of tents?
Because they were parliamentarians, that's why they built it.
Yes. If Korle Bu really needs something and they realize that today there's too many people coming into to Korle Bu or any other place, based on the current technology, it should not have, nobody should have a surprise. Because the person getting sick already had to call for help. So the help should have gone through so many areas to know that there's help of this person needed. Now, when it's en route to Korle Bu, Korle Bu should know that, not necessarily one person. The technology should have it and make people know that 10 people are en route to Korle Bu. One person needs a heart surgery, one person is in coma, one person needs this, one person needs a leg amputated. This is what technology does for us. So please, when these young boys have done this, that is what I will do as a president. I would ensure that I will use the current system and technology to enhance the lives of people, because that is the essence of technology, is to make life easy and better for people. We cannot continue to talk about infrastructure. We cannot, because that woman who died in, I visited them, it's somewhere near, what's the name, Gomwa area. That woman that was eaten by ants. Ants ate the woman to death. Okay, if you remember, she was taken from the hospital and dumped in under some tree. I saw the tree, I went there, under some tree. You remember that story? Under some tree, because she, I think, lack of payments or something.
Yeah, she couldn't pay, so she was thrown out of the hospital.
Yes, then I met with the assemblyman, I met with the chief, and when you hear the story, it's unbelievable that a human being can die from being bitten by ants. The people who saw her,
and people kept going to visit her.
Yes, the people who saw her when she was just screaming and because it was crawling on the floor, okay, for help, and rained 3 days. It rained on her under the tree, and nobody actually picked her up. So the Korle Bu nurses and doctors, I know every group must come together to fight for their own. But let's look at the bigger picture. You don't need more facility.
We do.
No. You don't get my point. We all need facility. But I'm saying that even if we build twice the size of Korle Bu today, of Korle Bu or Konfanochi today, we will still have the problems we are having.
And especially in the case of CAP, because of the other areas that it said.
Because they are servicing larger. We need to use the system to be more efficient. When you speak, it is that because systems work. When systems don't work, you can put 1,000 people there.
But you see, they still have facilities. Look,
she's not.
I am not saying they don't need facilities.
She said they don't need it at all.
When you went to UGMC, what did you say happened?
What I'm saying is this.
No, when you went to the university,
because somebody decided not to utilize.
That is the point I'm saying. No. It is the mentality.
No, we cannot build. And somebody sitting somewhere, somebody that we have voted for, who decided that he won't let us use it.
Kofi, it's a different story talking about politics and different story looking at the real situation in this country. We have no maintenance culture.
I agree.
We have our attitude towards work is different. Even when you go to see a doctor or a nurse sees you, it's like the person is doing you a favor.
Yes.
And you know it's not the same in the other parts of the world that you come from.
Because where you and I lived, we were taught. Look, Ghana Health Service, right? They have a book called the Patient Charter.
Yes.
The Patient Charter, which tells you the patient, your right as a patient. Hold on. They printed it. It's sitting at the Ministry of Health. Okay. It's sitting at the Ghana Health Service. I have a copy because I have to go and demand for it. How many Ghanaians have it? No. The question is, no. It's all about information. Look, the so-called ambulance.
It's not about information. It's about organized information being used so that people can take action. When you have information, you don't use the information. It's even worse. You need information, and there must be a structure to take the action, and there must be accountability.
I agree.
That's the point I'm saying. The accountability part. Because, listen, what happened to Agenda 111? There are so many hospitals that are redundant. There are some hospitals that have beds lying there, and there are other hospitals that don't have beds. What are we talking about? That's why I intentionally brought the tent facility there. That when there's a need, we create tents to solve issues. So if Korle Bu actually needs something, it takes a while to build a main structure. But for the lives of people surviving, like your brother and other people, a tent can be created whilst they are moved into other areas, because it is the agency of the situation. But the man, the engineer who died, had to go to 3 different hospitals within in the same ambulance.
There's no space available.
There's no space. What are we talking about? How many? I mean, why they have space there? And that's what I'm saying. When you are understanding,
it's not a matter of space, because guess
that's exactly the point.
Hold on. Guess, like I said, my brother was put on a stretcher. There's no way that you should go to a hospital that you are the emergency or critical condition that you cannot even be put on the floor and be given first aid. You can be put on the floor.
That's exactly the point I'm making. But
you're making the same point.
Yes, that's the point I'm making. That because you don't even need to create floor, because we can create tents. There are tents there. And that's, I'm saying it because the last time I went to a friend's wedding, the kind of tents that they had done, and the people that was able to accumulate, and every decor
that's
and
like
everything.
Makeshift wards.
Yes, I'm saying that we should use the current system to solve our problems so that we save lives.
Yeah, but
in the interim.
But that's in the interim. Because that cannot be a permanent solution.
No. But you see, it is the thinking of the people. If you want to solve a problem now, then you can solve the problem in the long term.
Right.
But if you think that I'm overwhelmed, and there's no bed, there's no, we need facility, we need a building, then people are going to die. But that's not what I'm saying.
No.
I'm not saying that's what you are saying. I'm saying that. I'm saying that the mentality that where we are, people's life must be saved.
Okay.
So what do we have today to ensure that your brother doesn't die, my sister doesn't die, and that if they've died, we're giving the best care. That's all we are talking about. People will die, but we must feel that people were giving the best care. Somebody should not die with being eaten by ants.
I agree.
Somebody shouldn't die because the person could not have a bed. So I'm saying that if Korle Bu, with the technology that we have today, especially the boys that are coming to see you, with a companion, they would have known that within a month, we need extra space for 100 people a day so that we can treat patients. Okay. Meanwhile, we need to therefore, for that, with that kind of mentality, we need to get a 300 bed or a 3,000 bed. But we cannot focus on the 3,000 bed when people are dying today. So I'm saying this.
All right.
What can we do as a people today to ensure that the reset agenda must start from now and into the future?
All right.
The reset agenda should not just be the big push. Because what I know today, big push would not happen.
More believes in it though.
No. I'm not saying that idea is not good.
Why? The roads will not be built.
Pardon?
You mean the roads will not be built?
Is that the accidents on the roads, where would they go? You see what I'm talking? It's not just about roads being built. You understand? When people build more roads, there's going to be more speeding in Ghana. And the cars will not have the proper working tires. So there will be explosion and there will be accidents.
But that's
how we need to build a road.
That's what I'm saying. That so in the interim, as we are building the roads, we must think of that woman who is struggling. I'm thinking of that woman who is struggling, who today shouldn't die, so that when the road is built, more people are going to die, because when they get to the hospitals, there will be no bed for them.
Yeah, but you said no.
I said the reset agenda.
Yeah, but you're saying that the roads, the big push will not happen.
Oh,
that's
me. I want that road more than you. So like when I'm going to Doma or I'm going to Kumasi, I can get that.
I want to answer
the contractors who are doing the work.
I want to answer another question, and I beg you. Have you seen?
Please. Me, I'm not
the contractors are there.
No, it's not the road.
You want to know what I'll do as a politician, as a CBP? Let me tell you.
It's not the road. I'm talking about even our ambulances. This is a country where we travel to go and place an order for brand new ambulances. Okay?
Yes.
We take select committee in parliament to go and do final inspection of the ambulances. And the ambulance gets here and the basic equipment It's not even part
And I'm telling you this attitude and what are you saying?
No, it's not an attitude.
Oh, it's the attitude. It's our thinking.
It's about supervision. It's about supervision. It's not an it's about supervision.
It's about what? Vision?
No.
Supervision.
Supervision.
Yeah, but it comes back to that.
Yes, but no, it's not an attitude. You see, I keep telling more. I tell people that if I was the president of Ghana, I swear I'll kill half of the people in Ghana.
You fire or kill?
I will kill. Because you know why?
You didn't say that. You didn't.
Oh, no.
That is a crime.
No.
You will fire.
But to kill the other.
Oh,
fire.
I fire with Let me listen to this. Look, on this ambulance thing, Nana, do you know an ambulance driver should be trained to give the basic treatment before they take you to the nearest facility?
Yeah, but we carry dead bodies.
No. That is my point. So to me,
after you are dead,
I drop the weight on this finger. If you see, it's been sewn.
Okay.
At the YMCA in DC. When this finger, they brought the whole ambulance.
Hey.
Okay. They didn't even want me to walk. They say it's precaution. They put me on a wheelchair, took me in the ambulance on a stretcher. They prepped me before I got to George Washington University Hospital. And the people knew I was coming. That's my point.
Yeah, but the system
That is the
works.
point I'm making.
The system works.
No, system has worked in Ghana before.
No, it doesn't. We don't have that. We don't have that coordination.
No.
That's the lack.
You have been critical of this system.
Share.
All I'm saying
from
is
day one. In fact, why you even set up the public consumer protection agency.
It has worked before.
When?
It has worked before.
CDP time.
That's all I'm saying. It has worked before.
How many were we? 5 million people.
It doesn't matter. No, we don't do
We're almost 30-something million people.
Tomorrow, every 10 years, you do census. You count people. Yes. What do you do with the figures? Do you know why? Do you know why you do it?
You must inform development.
Thank you.
And planning.
And then inclusive. Master, they are your church, you know.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Please stay with us.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy. Specifically designed for low and medium income earners, our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, call 255-1917. MNC Properties.
As the days come and go, there's always shit. Let colleagues explore all the planetary bodies. Our mission is in Uranus to treat hemorrhoids, anal fistula, anal fissure, anal incontinence, hidradenitis suppurativa, using laser Legasure for pain-free and speedy recovery. On Uranus Street, Accra, is Main Tuber Hospital and Coloproctology Center. Trust Uranus with us and we will delight you. Visit Main Tuber Hospital today or call us on 0244 581 541.
Madam, I'm looking for Abena.
Abena, there's someone looking for you.
Madam, please, where's Abena?
Abena? Yes, ma'am. Is this who you are looking for?
Madam, please get me Abena. Please.
Della. Abena, bra. Abena.
Oh, Abena. If it's not Abena rice, I can't eat any of them.
Abena rice. Eniji nkwa.
FDA ajejade nkratso yatsum.
This Easter, Estate Masters Limited is giving you more reasons to celebrate in our extended Easter promo. Secure your dreamland at Nest Cottage, Tripoli with a massive 15% discount. Or choose Palm Hills, Gomwa Pamfukrom, also at 15% discount. And for lovers of the coast, Coastal Park, Ningo Prampram awaits you at 10% discount. Plus, enjoy free site visits and free documentation because we make land ownership simple. This Easter, don't just celebrate, invest in your future. Estate Masters Limited, your most preferred estate partner.
My name is Klaus von Backenstein, Managing Director of Ignite Media Group, owners of Metro TV, Original TV, Original FM, and Metro Digital. This is your home for all the World Cup matches, the fun reactions, behind the scenes, blasters, diaries, and all the exclusive happenings in the US, Canada, and Mexico. Don't miss out. Stay with us, and as the Minister himself said, Honorable Kofi Annan, Ignite Media Group is your credible source for everything World Cup 2026. If it's not here, it's not authentic. So stay here and stick with us.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
Hi guys, my name is Kojo Oponkroma, Member of Parliament for the righteous people of Ofuasi Ayuribi. We are waiting to watch the World Cup, and we know that for many years now, for behind the scenes coverage, for up-to-date news when it comes to the Black Stars in the World Cup, it's traditionally been Metro TV, and now you have Original TV and Original Radio. So I want to encourage you, watch Metro and Original for the latest updates on the Black Stars and the World Cup in US, Canada, and Mexico. We'll be watching. You watch too.
Catch every moment loud and live on Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 101.9 FM.
I'm giving you live stories from America. Boston, Philadelphia. For the Mundial, you want live stories, authentic stories, videos, encounter with Ghanaians, football fans from the Mundial. Put your dial at Metro TV, Original TV, and Original FM. This is Coach Ebenezer Sifa, Chief Scout of our local football.
The World Cup coverage on all IMG platforms is brought to you by Estate Masters.
Patients are, and I do my job to the best of my ability. Nobody who has worked with me can ever say that I don't do my job well. But I'm very angry about a lot of things, and right now I don't even want to practice anymore. And a lot of my colleagues feel the same way. Look, if you people continue like this, a time is coming, all the doctors in Ghana will leave. Then the people that they are busy suspending the doctors and you are happy. They are not medical people. They will be the ones who come and preach in the hospital, and we'll see. Please, I want this video to reach President Mahama. If you have his number, I beg, send it to me. I'll call him personally. Because Mahama is somebody that I absolutely love. I've even met him in person. We have a picture together. And I always brag about wanting to frame that picture and put it in my room. So I don't know if he knows everything that's going on, but he needs to know that if we continue like this, a time is coming, healthcare in Ghana will become bullshit. I'm very angry about a lot of things. Forgive my language.
Last night I couldn't even sleep. I just kept thinking, so all the time we spent in school, all the sacrifices, do you guys know how hard it is to go to medical school? Do you know the torture that we go through in that school? Only to finish, and then it's like every day you wake up, somebody wakes up and feels that they can just drag your reputation in the mud and get away with it because of politics. No, this is not the way. You see the Nigerian health system, very soon we are going to be like that. And I blame some of my senior colleagues. I do. Because they have kept quiet about these things for a very long time, and it has become the norm. And the sad part is that even with everything that's going on, most of them are just quiet because of their political affiliations. They are quiet about these things. Posterity will judge all of us. Posterity will judge all of us. We'll all account for it. All of you go to church on Sundays. Go and raise your hands and preach. Some of you are even pastors. You go and preach. Shame on all of you. Shame on all of us. The health care of people's lives have been reduced to politics. How sad is that? See, this morning I didn't even feel like coming to work because I'm angry about a lot of things, because I realized that even the Ghanaians that we are pushing to get better services for, they don't even appreciate it. They are the ones who insult us the most. So me, I've advised myself.
All right, so that's a very worried and disturbed medical practitioner. I don't know whether she's a nurse or she's a doctor, but she says she wants the president's number, personal phone number. She wants to speak with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, because doctors are going through a lot in this country and she needs the president to hear them out. Otherwise, herself and her colleagues would advise themselves, they would look for opportunities elsewhere, which is outside of this country, if nobody listens to them. Kofi, I have some messages that I need to read, and we actually, our time is almost up, so we couldn't look at the flooding. I'm so sorry. I know you have very strong views. Now, so Guy G has sent me this message. Now, Guy G says, the health professionals are not the reason why there's a shortage of beds in our hospitals. In the particular case of Ashanti, there are easily 3 hospitals that the Minister of Health can operationalize to ease the bed shortage at Konfanochi. Why is the minister not doing that? How many beds would become available simply by suspending or terminating the CEO of CATH? Some of the Agenda 111 district hospitals are ready to be operationalized today, namely Kokobing Hospital in the Forikrum constituency, Trede Hospital in the Chima Kwamoma, no, this is Kwamoma constituency, and the Ashanti Regional Hospital in Sewia. Failure to operationalize these hospitals while the patients and doctors struggle with no beds makes Mr. Kando the problem. Guy G, Cantonment, Accra, and he sends me a video of a man who was actually unfortunately harassing a nurse. I don't know what exactly the problem was, but he sends me that video as well. Yeah. People are frustrated, eh? And he also sends me this one from Manassas, where he says, don't scapegoat the CAT CEO, fix the mess. Silencing health professionals won't solve the problem. Now, Alhaji Hamza from Pickford says that, so he says, good morning, my brother. Truth be told, the scribes by the doctors at the CAS is nothing but pure politics. My reason being, the chief executive was appointed by the president. He has the responsibility to obey the orders and directives given by the president. Emergency centers are not made to admit patients. It is a place to stabilize patients who are brought there. So there was no need for the chief executive to return patients away against the directives of the president. I totally agree with the suspension by the minister. That is the way to go. I will even advise that he should be sacked for disobeying the orders of the president. We should stop beating around the bush and call a spade a spade. The authority of the president cannot be undermined because of politics. This kind of behavior cannot happen under President Akufo-Addo. My greetings to my good brother Kofi Kapito. I have a lot of respect for him. He always speaks his mind. He says you get in touch with him. Now, Musa Abatwa from Asawase says that the health minister has oversight responsibility over the sector, and the issues at CAT could have been resolved through dialogue. The MPP lacks the moral right to criticize, as many of these challenges might not have arisen had they completed the hospitals inherited in 2016. In my view, suspending the CAT CEO was too harsh. A caution would have been more appropriate. Hardy from Pig Farm says that, good morning, my brother. Did I hear the MP micro minority calling the CAT to be reinstated? If your government in 8 years had tackled the same issue, we wouldn't have been here today. The MP members are becoming a problematic political party in Ghana. This kind of behavior will not bring the MPP party to power. To the doctors, what your CEO did is wrong. Simply 2-week suspension of a CEO should not call for a strike by doctors. Any doctor or nurse who goes on strike because a colleague has been suspended must be sacked. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our nation great and strong. Good morning to the CEO of Engineers and Planners, Ibrahim Mama. May Allah bless and protect you in all your endeavors. Reverend Samuel Ejie, who is with the PNC, says, Mo, your panel today is really dealing with the issues, even though they sometimes disagree with one another. But Moro, trust me, 90% of our problems in this nation will solve itself if we strengthen our local government structure and encourage them to work. This means we have to stop giving contracts from Accra, while the local government in the locality even doesn't have any idea about the project. Moro, I'm one Ghanaian that always feel proud as Ghanaian to add my little contribution to this nation naming health, education, sanitation, security, and good governance. But in Ghana, who cares about your contribution? Moro, with your efforts and your panel, we shall overcome if we don't give up soon. Stay blessed. Carlos from Ododio says that please extend my greetings to Kofi Kapito and let him know that I've forgiven him. God willing, I'll visit his office so we can discuss the outstanding issues. On another note, many nurses and doctors are at home waiting to be employed. Government has invested taxpayers' money in training them, and the same taxpayers depend on their service when they fall sick. I believe both health workers and government have responsibilities. Patients should not suffer because of unresolved disputes. Parliament should consider laws that protect workers' rights, while ensuring essential health services remain available at all times. There must be fairness, accountability, and responsibility on all sides so that the public does not suffer unnecessarily. Carlos, and I say, God bless you. This one here says that Kwesi Reynolds in Agona Odobing says, Moro, truly education, health, and security sectors must be detached from our political enterprise. Politics in this country is gradually destroying a host of our national policies, and we must address the issue as early as possible. Nana Kwesi says when she comes to depoliticize the appointment of people who they should depoliticize the appointment of public appointees. For her, it won't matter whether you're CP or not. Once you can do the job,
yeah, simple as that.
The party will survive after that.
Yeah, the party will survive.
That I can tell you, the party will collapse. Because in this part of the world, people join political party as a means to an economic end. Once they don't get it, they don't find it worthy. They will move away. Party go collapse.
But you see, that is why governments.
MNC.
That's why governments has been lazy, not creating opportunities for the people.
Yes, but that's the problem. We need to deal with it. Now, discover MNC Group Global, your number one partner in minerals and food commodity trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management consultancy, investment advisory, import and export. They have headquarters in East Legon, in Accra, Ghana. They also have offices in Dubai, Hong Kong, America. They have it in Guangzhou in China, Joburg in South Africa, Italy and Germany. They connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions to meet your needs. So trust us to maximize your value in every deal. So reach us on 0302 998 246, 0302 998 246, or 026 55 05 337. MNC Group, totally reliant. Let me remind you that there's a very, very, very important announcement from the Office of the Registrar General, and you need to know this, especially if you're somebody who's running a business. Even if you're not running a business, please tell a friend that you heard it here. It's about those of you who have still not registered your companies, or those of you whose companies are with the Office of the Registrar General, but it's been inactive for a very long time. This is a very, very important information that I need to share with you. I'm trying to open the documents so that I can share that information with you as quickly as I can. Okay, so here we go. The Office of the Registrar of Companies wishes to inform all companies, business owners, and the general public that the deadline for filing annual returns and renewing business names has been extended from 30th April 2026 to 30th June 2026. This extension will give business additional time to recognize or to regularize your status and avoid penalties. Failure to comply with the new deadline may attract sanctions, including additional fees and possible removal from the company's register. So additionally, the ORC has announced that 318 companies have been earmarked to be struck off the register in accordance with the Companies Act 2019. Affected companies have 3 months from the publication date to take action or make representatives. For further inquiries, clarification, or to obtain a copy, kindly reach our call center on 0308 249-841. 0308-249-841, or send us a WhatsApp or Telegram to 0599-525774, or connect us on social media, ORC Ghana. ORC, a trusted partner for development. Now, we just have 5 minutes because we would have to do we'd have to bring our viewers World Cup updates. I don't know what to do. I think that our next topic, perhaps we would have to deal with what we do. Because as for the cause of the flooding, I think that we've talked about it time and again. But we need to find a solution to this. I don't know whether it's a governance problem, it's institutional failure problem, or it is us. That's the problem. But if you look at the papers today, there's something happened at North Industrial Area. Building has collapsed, 1 dead, 3 rescued, VIV calls for enforcement of regulations. Something also happened at the Accra Central, near the Tudu area. A police station got bent. The vice president was there. She was also at Averno. Can we watch the vice president's video if it's ready again, and then I can get my guest to tell us what they think we should be doing going forward. Bright, is the video ready? Okay, I'm told the video is not ready. So let's do this. So North Industrial Area building collapse, 1 dead, 3 rescued, VIV calls for enforcement of regulations. The story is on page 12 of today's papers. It says that so it says that Lawrence Vomafa Akpalu and Benjamin Acton Tete says 1 person has been confirmed dead while 3 others have been rescued after a building collapsed at Avde. The collapse also affected a mosque, flattening it in the process. The incident left residents in shock and grief after it emerged that people were inside the building at the time of the collapse. The ground floor of the structure reportedly served as a shop selling general goods, particularly children's wear. The 2 deaths were confirmed after the victims were pulled from the debris by personnel from the 48th Engineers Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces, the Ghana National Fire Service, the National Disaster Management Organization, the Ghana Ambulance Service. The Ghana Police Service cordoned off the area and provided security. At the time of filing this report, the Vice President Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, the Greater Accra Regional Minister Mrs. Linda Oheniwa Akwele, and the Interior Minister Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak has visited the scene before the excavation work began, while the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Christian Yohunu, arrived later. When the Ghanaian Times visited the scene, they observed that 4 excavators were clearing the rubble, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Meanwhile, Professor Jane Opoku-Agyeman, in an earlier interview, expressed sadness over the incident and called for greater accountability and strict adherence to building regulations. There are many things we cannot prevent, and it's about doing the right thing. We know them. We're told that somebody is trapped in there. Why should this happen? Because somebody did not do the right thing. She stressed the individuals responsible for enforcing regulation must be supported rather than isolated or criticized. The Vice President further emphasized the need to respect rules and regulations, noting that although they may not always be popular, they are essential for public safety and order. Kofi, in a few minutes, how do we deal with this?
Let me just say that you see, the issue is we know the solution to our problems, but as you stated it, because of the way we do politics, we can never solve them. I'm just quoting you. You are the ones who think that we should give every job under NDC to NDC people, give every job under MPP to MPP people.
And United Party people saying,
no, it's not. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. On if we keep doing that, we will not get ahead as a nation. Because if I'm a Ghanaian, when the president or any candidate is campaigning, he says, all Ghanaians, when I come, I'll work for you. He doesn't say, when I come, I'll work for my party. This is where I have a problem. So if I woke up 6 o'clock in the morning and go and vote for a leader, I expect the leader to think of me as a Ghanaian. Why do you think that some people don't cross carpet to go and vote for the other party? I don't understand why you people think that every MPP person would vote for MPP, or every CPP person would vote for CPP, or every NDC person would vote for NDC. That thing we should stop. We are all Ghanaians. Let's see how we can all build Ghanaian. If you are telling me that if I'm the only expert in an area, and you say I don't belong to your party, so you will not give me the job for me to do it so that I can improve and enhance the performance of your party, it's your own wahala. Nana, go ahead. I'm getting irritated about the way we talk as if it's only when you are in power. And that is why people come in power and they disrespect the abusers. They don't care about us because of this attitude of yours, more.
Yeah, which is the winner takes it all.
Yes, winner
that
takes
has
all.
been
America is there, but they give job to after election, everybody has a job.
Yes, I think Moro is talking more of what is happening in Ghana.
Because we need to change.
No, I agree with you. Absolutely. Me, we
It would
CPP,
take a radical leader who says, I don't give a damn about
yes,
my party.
and that is
Whatever
CPP.
happens,
And that's, well,
I
first
just
of all,
want to do a job.
you don't
That's
know
it.
why it should be CPP. Because
That's
first
what
of
we
all, we don't even have that many people who are supporting us now.
Yes.
Because now, because of money, everybody is here. So we have more opening for the people who are qualified to do the job.
Yes.
But the point here about this flood issue, your question is who is responsible?
Yes. Is it institutional failure? Is it a governance problem? Is it us?
Let's just wrap it like Kofi said. I said earlier, we already know the problem.
We know the problem.
We know the solution. It is just the will, the political will to do what is right. When you have flooding happening in specific areas year after year,
Repeatedly, yeah.
the problem does not become the cloud or the rain anymore.
Okay.
It is the failure of governance. Simple.
It's not an act of God.
That's the point I'm telling you. When you have flooding,
You say at a certain point, it's no longer the act of God.
yes, if you have flooding, which one is the act of God? The side that said when it becomes perennial, when it becomes repeated, then it is institutional governance failure. Period. It's not even individual. The individual, when there's accountability, when systems are working, I was just asking Kofi here when we're talking, if he decides to build in a land that maybe he thinks is available in the US, would he be able to put pickers before they will be picked with bam, 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 bam? Someone will pick him right there and then.
You dare not.
The institutions work. If we don't get institutions to work, and how do you make institutions work? You need accountability.
We need to fire people.
People's head must roll.
Fire
so when
them.
you go and demolish properties that have been built in waterways that were built, you've taken their taxes, you've taken, giving them, some of them were even given permits, and others, even those who didn't have permits, the local government tax thing, they go there to take it all the time. And they've built and they've lived there for 10, 20 years. And you go to demolish them, you need to take NADMO with you because that is an emergency situation you have created there. And the people that allow them, that institution, the heads must rule. If you don't let the heads rule, then there's no accountability. No. We will sit here and talk. Government will come and governments will go. There will be flood and everything else. And you see, that is why I believe that everything is attitudinal. We must have a certain vision of putting the human development and the human welfare at the center of the doctor's decision to become a doctor and his presence at the hospital. Same with the nurse and all of us. So that if we need even 1,000-bed facility. Now that we don't have it, what would I do if my children were coming here with a problem? That is where I come in with putting emergency, immediate technology to ensure. That is why I believe in technology, using technology today. And I would say that the young boys who have really done this BBR thing, I think they are launching it next week. People should go.
I'm waiting for them.
They'll come to you. In fact, I'm sure they'll come.
You know, President Atamels, right? You remember when the Malcolm disaster happened?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said never again.
No. What he said was, we should hold and do a forensic audit of every story building.
Yes.
What happened?
Nothing.
Thank you.
And that is the point too. The disaster that happened on the 3rd of June, 2015.
Because the man who told me that they don't hold the people accountable. Do I have the power to arrest? Do I have the power to fire?
The chiefs.
You're not that. No.
Pastors.
Can I explain something to you? The president has the power to arrest the chief. He has the power because we are giving him the power. We the people. To arrest a chief. To arrest.
He has no honesty. If you were a minister under Alan government,
you see,
and you arrested somebody, and Asantenini called you.
Can I tell you?
And told you that we beg you.
That's a different
matter. Can I tell you something? Listen, I am maybe the only man in Jerusalem. Honestly, my reputation, my credibility is very, very important to me.
So you tell Asante?
I will tell Asante with Nana Wadauma, Mesrawala, say any power here, Wanyamamboni Papa. I will tell him. I know Nana Mesraw with me part when you me catch you said those days, they were too forward ostracized people. You can't go for you. Because any part of Bonia, he should be taken out of the country. Okay?
200,000 votes.
It doesn't matter. If you can allow just one individual to mess all of us up. And that is what we do. One single individual will mess everybody up.
You see, the truth of the matter, Kofi, is simply the truth. The truth is that we are not holding anyone accountable because the people themselves do not hold their leaders accountable. That's as simple as that. So we need a system that really holds leadership accountable for things that happen. So that if I know that I'll be judged by how much I've impacted the lives of people, and there is a certain coordination that makes me know how people are feeling today, I will do things differently. But there's nothing. There's a disconnect. There's a complete detachment of the constitution, the constituency, what do you call it? The constituents and the institution.
I agree.
When we catch people and we want to prosecute them, look at the kinds of people who will call them to intervene.
Me pacho.
And beg.
Can I explain? Listen.
Because the person can beg, and if he begs, it works. If it's not working, would we continue to beg? Listen, I have been advised. Let me come and story.
Everything the two of you have said should be the ideal situation. The reality is that
is why there's a reset. No. That is why we voted for reset agenda. Reset. No.
Reset in 1.5 years.
Pardon? Who told you that? It's a vision of the reset. Listen.
We can start now and then finish it.
Yes, if we don't understand.
No, I say we can. No, you are telling me that it's only 1.5 years, and I'm telling you that whatever it is, we can start now. We can finish it later. Rome wasn't built a day.
I know, but I'm saying, are you suggesting by this?
I am not suggesting.
It hasn't started.
No, it has started. That's why I'm telling you that. Let's continue so that in 40, 50 years from now.
Oh, maybe I will say I don't know if it has started.
I will not witness it. Maybe
I don't know.
My nephew would witness it and say that, listen, every generation, and that is why we have failed. Every generation, make sure that before I leave, I leave a better situation for the next generation. We are leaving corruption for our children.
Completely. And no, when we talk about reset agenda, as in whether it has started, if you ask me, I wouldn't know. Are you talking about the big push? The kind of research I'm talking about.
Mr. This big push thing.
No. You don't understand. The kind of thing, when I talk about reset agenda, the way I believed in it and the way I see it,
it's not a brick and mortar.
No, it will get to brick and mortar, but it must start with a vision that I need to put the human development that. Listen, today, Ghana is worse off today. I'm being honest with you in terms of hardship. I don't care what anybody says today.
Have you seen the macro indicators?
Oh. I'm
Debt to GDP, you haven't
somebody
seen
needs to tell me about somebody needs to tell me about micro indicators. When I know how much I'm spending today at the market. Do you know what is happening today to the Ghanaian? Do you know the situation of the Ghanaian youth and the unemployment, how it's affecting people? Do you know what is happening to women, to the everyday workers? Do you know how people are surviving? Do you know the situation in their homes today? Let's not talk about anything like that. I am telling you that the reset agenda must go beyond that. It must look at the welfare of the people. It must look at how many people have access to accommodation, hospital bill. We were here when Honorable Okoboy previously said that if we use the Ghana money that we collect from the NIH, if we use it judiciously and pay to where it's supposed to be paid, no Ghanaian would go through any operation and have to pay for it. But today, try and go to any hospital with them. Do you know how much I pay for my BP medication? So we cannot sit here and talk about big push when we are not looking at the little things that affect the lives of the everyday person. The institutions must work. Governance must work.
And one of the ways in which we must make it work is to depoliticize how we appoint.
But I'm telling you, depoliticize, and you're telling me no.
No, I'm saying that's ideal.
No.
You bet me
CPP bet me. Moro, me pacho. Have you seen Nanado and Jomahama in a room before?
They are fine.
They are fine. Very good friends.
They are friends.
Yes.
We call him my big brother.
Yes.
Call my little brother.
Yes.
The only thing is they belong to a different party, but they are all Ghanaians.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying that. Me, I don't believe in manifestos. I believe in
Ghana agenda.
The national agenda.
The agenda. Because even Donald Trump, who people feel is not the best, is working within the American Constitution.
The American dream.
He goes out, they will will him in. They take him to court.
All right.
Now, today, they've made him removed his name from the Kennedy Center.
Yes.
Okay, now they are telling him that the dome that he's going to put on the George Washington Bridge, he can't do it.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
No, but I want us to start now.
Now, we have to listen. We don't have to be like America. Let me tell you what we need to do. It's not about America. It's to put the people's welfare. We must think about what is happening to the everyday person.
Okay.
If we lose that part, everything else we do will crumple on us.
Right. That's what the leadership is all about.
Yes.
So Sadat Al-Haroon, he's a lawyer. He says that I think the question that has eluded a lot of people is whether it's a professional practice to turn away patients, especially when they need critical essential services. In fact, even without a president's directive not to turn patients away, is it ethically right and professionally sound to turn patients away? He's wondering. These are the questions we should be called, especially when it is intended to allow for impartial and dispassionate investigations to be conducted on a matter of interest. So there is really nothing for the CEO to suffer by way of this suspension. In fact, he's only been suspended as the chief executive officer, not as a practicing medical doctor. He can actually practice. Tell Capito that he's doing well, but he should kindly link up after the show. He can take my number from you and call when he's free. Thank you very much. And he also says Nana has done so well. And let me just do this briefly. A happy birthday is from us. This one is from our Mr. Kofi Nyantechi, former MD of TV3. Yes. He says that to say hello to you, and that he hopes you're doing well. And that apparently says he's lost. Is there? No, that's synonymous to him. It's synonymous to him. So that one it won't go. That one there to be there. Now,
he says he's lost something, right?
No, he says he's lost your number, so I'll send it to him. Yes. So let me say happy birthday to this one. It's from our sales manager to this very special person, and he's actually insisted that we do it. I beg you. Yes, that's the man in your shot. I want to get the God. I want to get the name. I want to get his name. So happy birthday to you, Mr. Enoch Owusu Kisi. I don't know who he is actually, but Mr. Enoch Owusu Kisi, happy birthday to you. We can't say much because we don't know much about you. But I want to say a big thanks to Mr. Kofi Capito for your time. It's been wonderful having you join us. And also Nana Akosua from Poma Sapon Kuma.
So can you imagine if I marry this woman and I add my name to it? She can't be right there.
But you already have to. Kofi Capito.
I will drop you. My proper name is longer than that.
Yeah, but
en este mar, donde el corazón no sabe navegar. Por eso te vine a cantar, que no se va a acabar la vida aunque hoy parece. El tiempo ese dolor desaparece, ya déjalo ir, que no hay que sufrir de esta manera, porque no vale la pena. Deja que se vaya el de tu vida, que se cierren las heridas que esta vez te hicieron mal y qué mal. Deja que sea parte de tu historia, una mancha en tu memoria de un amor que te hizo mal y qué mal. Deja que otros besos se enamoren, que alguien más te lleve flores. Hay más de 1.000.000 de amores que te quieren conquistar. ¡Ay, hombre!
I love that. Shout out to man Gringo. Yes, Gringo, Ringo. Wow, hey, Mandingo. Oh yeah, make me tell him. Me never see no bad man where we a carver. Just sugar daddy fee, I make him harbor. If a girl say picture, me not say nana. Everybody know we run this.